Alright.
Yeah.
Button.
Button. Oh, there was no 3, 2, 1.
I didn't
I
do a
am not
countdown this
used.
time. Sorry.
I am not used to no countdown.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Oncoming Storm. I am Bug.
Surprise! Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
I said surprise, button.
Yeah, surprise button. I only did that because I'm already like 12 minutes late. Welcome to the Oncoming Storm. I'm your host, Bookboy1014. We have all the usual suspects. Cathanglass, Ragchild, Sad, Diana, Brizzel, and Pokemon. How y'all doing?
Doing good.
Cool.
Doing good.
Glad to hear.
What are you up to, Brizzel?
What was that?
What are you up to?
Playing a D&D session with some friends.
No, I'm on about
In character?
Well,
Character.
we'll get to the in-character stuff in a
Yeah,
second.
I was saving the role playing for a little bit later. I mean,
Yeah.
Okay.
We haven't actually
Okay.
started that part yet because I do actually have a few important things I need to go over. So, 3 things. 1, this will be the final session of Timeline 2 and the final session of the separate timelines in general. For everyone at home, just a reminder, and this is for the people watching as well, this will be the last session before the Grand Tournament arc and the conclusion of Season 1. So this will be the finale of Season 1. After the Grand Tournament arc, we're kind of going to take a little bit of a break. And then we'll launch Season 2 when everyone's good and ready to do so with a new combined timeline. Does that sound good to everyone here? That sounds good to me?
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, this is also probably going to be season finale, but also it's going to be a sad session. And I realized I forgot to go grab the music. Let me go grab the music, because I know what music I'm using for today. And 3, Ragchild, what the hell did you do to your maximum HP? So your current HP is 1, but your maximum HP doesn't exist, evidently.
Oh, I have no idea.
It's okay. There's usually 2
Yeah.
numbers. There's the main number, and then there's a number above that, and that tells you what your maximum is. So,
Yeah, it might. Like I said, I'm on my phone today, so I really. If you're able to fix it on your end,
I
or
would
any
fix
of
it
the
on your end,
GM.
but I don't remember what your max HP was.
Let me go. Let me go take a peek and see what it should be. Hang on, I'll go
It's okay.
investigate.
You don't have to. I'm just saying that, like, this is something we need to fix by the end of the session. Probably, we're just
Yeah.
going to have to re-average your HP to try and figure it out.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I was right. I think it was like in the 80s.
Something like that. Yeah, that sounds about
Wasn't it
correct.
higher?
Oh, last time I remember, I even had it wrong last time. Last time I think I only had it at like 35. So it's been wrong for a while.
Yeah, it was at like 35 because you were still low level, if I remember correctly. Because you got leveled down thanks to the fact that your warlock patron died.
Yeah, that's
Which, to be fair, it was at your own hands, but still. Alright, so, I have the music. So, Timeline 2, please play this music in the background of your streams. I'm going to be playing in the background of mine. Well, your streams, as if you're streaming. This background of your thing, because, yeah, this is a sad music day.
Yay!
Okay, let me make sure my audio levels aren't completely shot.
Damn it, this is the 3rd time I'm hearing this song.
Yep, and the last time it was when your dog died. Okay,
Song on a loop.
yeah.
Did you really just like?
Now, let's start the roleplay. So, what happened last time? A lot of things. First off, you found out there was a false Hydra in the village. You found out that's why there was people disappearing, including, like, the priest of the church. You ended up confronting this false Hydra after a festival you guys had gone to, where you had a lot of merriment and fun. You end up getting into a tense combat situation with it, and you did a good amount. It was about to run away. Cathanglass didn't want to run away, and so he unloaded a Comet Storm 9th level spell on it, which killed it.
Because he wanted to protect his friends.
Yes, and he killed it. Yay, everything's good, right? Well, when the creature died, it unleashed the Psychic Scream spell, but with a 5-mile radius. Now, this did so much psychic damage that it caused the entirety of Brizzel's home village to not only die, but their heads exploded, meaning it's even harder to bring them back to life.
Wow.
Cathanglass is upset that he caused more deaths.
Yukari showed up to comfort Cathanglass.
I didn't show up to comfort him. I didn't show up to comfort him. He's in trouble.
Well, yeah, he's in trouble, but he's also Brizzel's
If you want a brain aneurysm.
More trying to comfort him. And Frinwell's examining the body of the monster. And that's where we left things. So let's segue into this episode.
Oh dear.
Go ahead and drag Bogaron. Because, Bogaron, I don't think you were involved in that fight, I don't think, but...
No, I wasn't, no.
Yeah. You walked in...
I was still in the library, Anna.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm still in the library, Anna.
You were in the library until you heard this terrible scream in your head, which caused you quite a bit of damage, but then you saw the heads of everyone around you exploding.
Yeah, and I'm like, what in God's name is going on?
Yeah, so you started huffing it to seemingly the source of where you heard the scream from, and that's where you see this scene of Brizzel crying. So, shall we start?
Yes, go for it.
We will start with the man of the hour. How are you feeling, Brizzel?
Cold. It's so cold. They're all dead. What? Why? Why? And he is just crying.
Good, Brizzel.
Kneeling in the mud. Or grass. Whatever.
Okay, well, this is not ideal. There must be some way we can take care of this. Let's think. The luminescence, right? The luminescence. Maybe we can go talk to the leader of the luminescence, and tell him what happened. And maybe we could go back to Implane, go back to Silvestro's lair, go to the tavern, go to Implane, talk to the leader of the luminescence. See if they'll come here. Maybe they'll revive. Maybe they can fix this. This is.
Cathanglass in all this would look at Yukari and go, "You know how to bring them back, right?"
Finn would just kind of shrug and shake his head and head towards Yukari.
Guess we'll find out.
Yukari looks extremely angry. Because 99% of all those souls weren't supposed to die until they're set free.
Didn't mean to accidentally kill them.
So...
You didn't just kill them, you made their heads pop off. Damn.
I was just trying to protect my friends.
I get it. It's done now. It's done. We'll deal with the aftermath.
Shadow walks over to Cathanglass and says, "The road to hell is paved with good intentions."
I just... Thanos just looks down.
Well, naturally, I would bring the ones who weren't dead back to life, but technically, that is not. You're just kicking their souls back into their body because they aren't supposed to be dead. But now I can't do that because their heads are blown off.
Yes. They died so violently. Reviving them, I don't think it'd do anything.
I don't think folks should be too happy when they find out about this. The ones outside of the range, that is.
What if I made a temporary body to hold their souls in?
No.
That would require unbelievable. Like,
I'm willing to make
I
the
think that's a good
constructs.
idea.
The only way to bring it all back would be to rewind.
To what?
I am not using another wish spell. That already went bad.
No,
No,
listen. Rewinding time is not making a wish.
What is the
Would you
risks?
Rewinding time is like this. If you know, like when you make a mistake, you can rewind it. Fix it a little bit.
That's not in my repertoire, so I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't
you've
think
told me
anybody
about
here has the capability to rewind time.
In
You've
fact,
told me about it.
rewinding time is something that's been banned by the gods. It's something that
Then again-
only people like Yukari can actually do.
Mm-hmm.
That was Pingo saying that.
Even if I want to,
I
I
know.
can't.
I wasn't saying you, because only I can.
Also,
Hmm.
rewinding the time, I don't think would fully fix the damage done to Brizzel or the village, for that matter. They would remember about it.
Well, actually, no, they wouldn't.
Good. I don't know why rewinding time.
You should
I
potentially
think-
need.
Rewind time, no one would remember what happened.
Also, wouldn't rewinding time bring back the false Hydra?
Yes, it would.
Madam Yukari, wouldn't you incur the wrath of the other gods if you did something like that?
Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea to myself. But that's just my opinion.
I trust her.
I don't think it's a good idea either.
Is there
She
maybe a
is-
higher entity here that we could maybe talk to and find out
Nathaniel just speaks
the
up.
extent?
Nathaniel just speaks up. Throughout my whole entire life of knowing her, she has never once made a move that I actually regretted. I put my full faith in her.
This whole mess was caused by powerful magic. How is powerful magic gonna fix it?
I am the goddess of souls.
I fear that if
don't
you did
think-
this, you would still have monkey's paw effects anyway.
Although you're the goddess of souls, would you have the power to bring that many people back? We're talking about a 5-mile wide radius. That's a lot of people.
And it wasn't just people, it was wild animals too.
It's
Anything with a
animals as
brain.
well, yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's a lot of it's a lot of life.
Heck, there's
That's kind of like. Remember, I did that before, but I brought back way more people than that because
no.
someone made a mistake before. Mm-hmm.
I don't remember.
Oh gosh, your brain is really forgetful, huh, honey?
Told us about this.
My question is, well, what do we do?
What do you do? Well, the thing is, if we rewind time, they won't remember what happened to them. I could erase the Hydra. But that's gonna take a little bit of
You
my
can wipe
strength.
out the anomaly?
I can. It won't be easy, but I can.
Do we know how the Hydra got here to begin with? Like what?
The wish. The wish you guys made to change the past of this village. It's what made the Hydra. The grand false creature.
Yeah, and the Hydra is basically like a how you say
Parasite?
It's a byproduct. It
Yes.
was made as a byproduct of the wish. After all, you made a great positive change. All that negativity had to go somewhere.
I just can't deal with this right now. I am going to, whatever you decide to do, I just don't care anymore. I'm going to go to the cemetery and start digging graves. Shortcake, will you help me?
Shortcake
And
and follows you.
I'm very sorry, Brizzel.
Linda looks up at Regna Child and her ears droop down. And she watches her brother walk away.
I'm so sorry, Brizzel. I'm sorry for you too, Linda. You just found out this is your family and they're stolen away from you again.
As Brizzel's walking away, he takes the butterfly robots that he had, and he turns them off and puts them in his pack.
Oh, Brizzel.
The armor appears, Brizzel, and is standing next to you, asking for orders.
Say that again?
I said, the armor appears next to you, Brizzel, and is standing next to you, looking for orders.
Cathanglass should just look down and just go, I'm sorry, and just run off.
Chad looks at Cathanglass run off and he just says, I'll go talk to him, and just runs after him.
Oh, that reminds me. Finrald, can you give me like a token for the guardian that's also following me? I meant to ask for this earlier so I could try to customize it, but I keep forgetting about it.
That's fine. I'll just temporarily find out something. It's not exactly what it is. There. Make it movable. There you go, Brizzel. Now you can move.
No, I can't.
Okay, now I
No, okay. There it goes. yeah, Brizzel will leave and go dig some holes in the dirt.
Alright. Brizzel left. Cathanglass ran away as well.
I'm telling you exactly where you ran to, by the way, Bug.
Okay. And now it's just Ragnarchild, Shad, Linda, the Dragon Hunter, and Bogran.
I ran off to Cathanglass.
Alright.
I don't want to really say it, but maybe we should head back to town and just,
Do what?
Yeah.
Shadow says.
well,
Nothing left of us there.
we need to sort this out. There's going to be bodies everywhere. We need to do something.
I'm
I feel we aren't welcome there anymore. I have a feeling, though. This is Shadow talking. I have a feeling, though, don't quote me on this, that if we try to go back, Brizzel might just attack us in sight. He seemed very angry. I vote we
Well-
move on. Do what he wants. Whatever.
Whoa, we're gonna move on. We're gonna leave all these people laying out on the road, laying out without burying them, without giving them any kind of last rites, without doing nothing. We gotta do something. Well, I'm gonna go help Brizzel. I'm gonna help him because we can't just leave him here. This is bad enough. Bad enough that these poor people, they got destroyed by that monster. Now we're just gonna leave them here like trash. No, I'm gonna go help them. Ragnarchild will
I agree. We
turn
could
towards
do,
the and follow Brizzel.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best idea. We just be there, man, just to support Brizzel, anything he needs in that. I think that's a good idea.
Brizzel, you're being followed by Bogran and Ragnar.
Alright. I mean, I'll stop until, they can, close enough to hear, or talk. And I'll ask, like, so, what are you guys doing?
We just thought we'd, come and, help out, and, we'd just be here for moral support, man.
We're here. We're gonna help you. We're gonna help you, Brizzel. We're gonna help you to. We're not gonna let your family members. We're not gonna let these people just lay out us like this on the ground exposed. We're gonna help you to give them the funeral they deserve. That's the least we can do.
If you want to help, I'm going to continue. I'm going to go dig some graves, but it'd be really painful to go through each home and each person. And if you could find cloth and just wrap them, and
We can do that for sure, man.
I don't know if I could
Absolutely.
look, each person I'd be able to know who they are. But if you can wrap them, I'll dig the graves, and maybe I'm not ready to look at that many dead bodies, but eventually I'll look at them so I can give them tombstones, but Yeah, it's just right now. It's
You're not
too
ready
painful.
right now.
Too
We
painful to
understand
bear.
that. Actually, it's the least we can do. Is leave it to us, man. We'll get it. We'll sort it. So I will probably right there. I'll leave Brizzel to it and start making my way back to the town.
Ragnarchild,
Collect
as
supplies and that.
as a druid, do you know? I don't know. Do you do some sort of last rites so they can, their bodies won't rise as undead, or their spirits will move on?
Well, let me see here.
Ragnarok would know that there's a couple of ways to do this. One is a spell known as Control Focus. The second is to pour holy water over it. But the third way would be to use the sanctuary spell. As for herbal methods to do so, there is no guaranteed way. There is some things that you can do good, successful medicine.
Do you know of a mass ritual?
Sadly, no. I don't think so.
Well, yeah, I don't think I have a mass ritual I can do, but you know what we could do? I could, we could try to, create holy water. We could anoint all of the people who've passed with the holy water, and that should do the trick. I think that'll be just as good.
Is holy water an alchemical substance?
Yes.
So, Ragnarchild, don't you know how to make potions?
Well, I know how to create water. The problem is just regular water.
Holy water
I need
is
some-
specifically is basically just salt water, but with this, powdered silver in it. About 25 gold pieces worth of powdered silver, if I remember correctly. I don't remember offhand though.
So, I guess, with Bogaran, you could care to the bodies, and then Ragnarchild, if you could, I don't know, make a trip, acquire some silver, and then we could concoct some holy water through our alchemy skills.
It's an easier way if you know the ceremony spell.
As this
It
happens,
would be
you'll
good if
see
I-
Shadow approaching.
Hey, Shadow.
Shad told me to help you all with the bodies. He said, my strength is needed here.
Shadow,
I guess-
you're a paladin. Wait, Shadow, you're a paladin, right? Oh no, wait, I can't remember. What are you?
Master
You
Shad
drink-
has ran off to go talk to cathanglass. He is not a paladin currently, but I'm sure he will be someday. I'm a paladin. I do know of some spells that can help you.
Here we go, Shadow. We finally got something for you to do.
So yeah, if you could walk with Bogaran, he can fill you in.
I heard of a spell known as Hallow, which can sanctify an area. If we use such a spell on the graveyard, we should hopefully be able to keep out negative. Would you like me to try?
Yes, when we get everything ready and set and prepared, maybe we could have some sort of last words, and then you can.
It will take me 24 hours to cast the spell on the location.
Oh,
I can only do up to 60 square feet. Well, sorry, 60 square feet, like 60 by 60. Either.
Oh,
did you say a 60 by
probably-
60?
He can do it in a 60-foot radius around him in all directions.
Okay. Alright.
So he could
Okay.
probably cover the entire graveyard, but if it's a particularly big graveyard, maybe not.
Mm.
And yes, he will be casting the 5th level spell Hollow, which is something he's read in the Book of Magic. It's a 5th level cleric.
Okay.
You could.
What kind of?
Yukari looks at the young little rabbit because she was kind of frozen. Like Linda, she was just kind of frozen when watching Granny and her brother walk away. Because since she's like a little bunny right now, she can't really help in the sense of helping with the bodies, but also like how usually grown-ups are like, this is a grown-up thing, do not touch children, do not touch the body. Anyways, Yukari shakes her head, knowing a part of Linda's future just got taken away. As well as many others. So she took her plan into motion and she
Testing.
fixed what she
Yeah, that is a little low. Hold on.
wind the time.
Let me turn down everything else.
But before she does so,
Why is my mic still low? Hold on.
she finds each and every one of you and gives you guys a little token.
Right?
Kind of gives us all a token.
Okay.
So like you come individually to each of us?
Because she uses her little portal, so you see like little arms and then her like poke out and like yours, this one is yours.
Oh, so she doesn't necessarily like speak with them. She's just kind of like handing them tokens
Okay.
using a magical portal.
And she hands Rigna Child Linda like, here's your on her lap.
Oh, thank you, Madam Yukari. What? Okay. What? Oh, what is this exactly?
This will protect you from the effect.
Effect? Oh.
And she ruffles Rigna Child's hair and she disappears.
Hey, I work hard on my style like every morning, Madam Yukari. I have to visit the hairdresser.
She ruffled the granny.
She's rustled her jimmies.
Well, because, like, to, like, you know, encourage, Rigna Child is, like, a kid to her, because, Yukari's an old lady, but she looked young.
Wow.
Does it sound-
old now?
Does it sound better now, Surtur? I muted myself, so I'm not interrupting.
I guess if she tries to hand Brizzel through a portal, he just looks distant, or, you know, he's just not even looking at it, just looking, has a little far off look in his eyes, is like, what is this?
He's beginning to develop the 1,000-mile stare of PTSD.
As he takes it, would just look very depressed as he just takes it without even saying anything.
Which, cathanglass, why don't you mention where you ran off to? to the others.
It's an odd grove in the Feywild. Seems to be a tree near it.
Yes, a place you and Yukari know very well.
I woke up and then go somewhere. What's this?
A long time ago, when my brother fought against my father, my mom was trying to calm us down, and because my brother tried to attack me and I was so goddamn stupid, my mom got in the way.
And I'm guessing your mother.
It's where she's buried. One of my many mistakes.
We all make mistakes. It's how we learn to move on. How we get better each day. No matter what, no matter who you are, even the gods make mistakes. It's just part of being a living being.
I don't want to kill people accidentally. I'm sick and tired of hurting others.
Yes, but you don't mean to. There's a difference between doing it every day on purpose versus trying to make a better world. And that's what you're trying to do. You are literally trying to make a world where people can be at peace. Which, to tell the truth, is a far-fetched dream in itself. But you're trying to achieve it because you hate pain.
I hate my friends being hurt more than anything.
Yes, and that's very understandable. And as a matter of fact, I hate it when my close ones get hurt as well. It's how I ended up down the path of barbarian. All that built-up rage. The built-up rage caused a lot of my issues.
When I first saw you guys, you're kind of like a family that I never had. My family's very fractured, and I'm sort of left out in the peace. And seeing you guys act to each other made me feel hopeful, in a way. You kind of remind me of my brother, but not as warped.
Do you remember where I first called you when we first interacted?
And it's just this muttering.
I called you my brother. I actively called you my brother. Not as a joke, not as a little playful thing, but because I didn't have my own family, really. I don't remember them. There's fragments here and there, but it doesn't do me anything. Versus having this party, this group of friends. I've learned to accept that it's not the family that you're given, it's the family that you choose. Which is why I chose to make you my brother. Yes, it was a bit different than being like, oh hey, do you want to be brothers? It was more of, hey, I see you as someone I could have a brother relationship with.
Thangus just sobs more. In my village, we had a tradition called onomancy. That's a sort of power in names and titles. If we name something, we fully mean it and we fully commit to it.
A power that is forbidden by many circles, a mysterious speaker says.
I just sometimes use it to talk to creatures around me. I was alone, I was bored, I was lonely.
which is okay, because that's what you wanted to do. You wanted a family.
I want to
But
not
you
be in
also have to
constant fights.
Yes, but here's the thing: you have to remember, in our world, there's always going to be someone aiming to kill. There's never just one person where it's like, oh, okay, yeah, it's fun to kill. Yeah, there will be people like that, but not everyone is. But you also have to remember, the people who love to kill, at one point in time, they were human, but they stopped being human because they gave in to their lust for just pain in general.
Yeah.
Whether they enjoy it or they enjoy inflicting it.
I try to remember that. It's hard for me to see anything besides everyone deserves a second chance, but even I'm starting to doubt that.
Some people do, some people don't. You just have to trust in who you believe in. There are some people who can and cannot who can be redeemed, and some people who can't. I have a feeling that your brother, because he's warped, it's just his mindset. Maybe in the future, it can be something different for him.
You're starting to sound like my own mom.
He's got the spirit, at least.
As the old saying.
Cathanglass, give me an insight check.
No! No! Do not attack!
Trying to attack roll. Okay. You recognize the voice of the individual next to you. Fox.
English just looks up.
And as you look up, you see whoever this is in a large brown robe and is just staring down at the grave, but you can't see their face. They seem to be entirely covered on purpose.
Thing, let's just wordlessly hug the person. Or try to.
They don't resist.
I look over at Cathanglass and the mysterious person, and I say, let me guess. Lion thing.
It's my dad.
Your uncle,
So your
I guess
dad-
you could say.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I heard Cathanglass and I didn't hear much.
Sorry.
You're fine.
I didn't hear what you
So
said,
how-
Dad. So,
How long has your father been missing, or not been around?
Since I was little. Oh, not since I was little, but since I was on. Not. It's a weird statement.
It's been a while since you've been around.
I wasn't dead.
Then why didn't you come back to them?
Because I didn't deserve to live for what I did.
War happens. lives disappear. That is our world. One cannot choose whether or not they gain forgiveness.
One
The
can
person that-
choose to intervene in their son's life, though.
Yes,
And failure to do so proves it is all my fault.
you chose to ignore his help. That, yes, was your fault. But at the same time,
That's why I deserve
I
to die.
think
But I can't. I've been cursed to live with this forever.
the curse of immortality, huh?
When his brother attained it, it was in the same moment I did. Except Lion Fang rejoiced at it. Me?
But
It's
you suffer
hell.
in pain.
And he would turn towards you, and you would see the face of a high elf, but it's a high elf that clearly looks much older than they have any right to be, and half of their face is mangled. With what looks to be delirium corruption.
I see that delirium has taken a hold of part of the body.
Yeah.
But if you want, I can fix it.
If you would like to. Doesn't matter.
Cathanglass, or the first time in just since the party's meet him, turns the light inside him outwards.
And as you do, Varys doesn't flinch as the crystals inside of him explode and rip holes in him.
What?
Don't worry, I can heal. I can do the best I can.
Doesn't matter, he says. And he's just staring at the grave as Shad, you see, his body's regenerating from this.
This pillow designed for side sleepers has an open.
Diana! We do not need a pillow designed for side sleepers right now.
I'm sorry, I got something sent to me and I was like, what the fuck is this? And I clicked on it and I didn't expect that. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
We can clip that.
It-
We clip that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It broke the tension, and that was appreciated because we had a lot building.
My bad. My bad.
It's okay, dear. It's okay.
It's just it. There's a pillow designed for side sleepers.
Uh,
I'm sorry.
you had pillows inside your ears. Okay.
Oh dear God, I'm so embarrassed.
It's okay.
It's a message from the gods. We know not what it means.
We have come about your car's extended warranty.
Jesus Christ. Oh no.
I like to imagine that was Silvestro trolling everyone. Just because
Oh no.
he's trying to do a joke to break the tension.
But yeah, he just throws away like pillows for side sleepers.
Everyone, make a deck save. All of you get pillows thrown
Oh
at you.
no!
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Pastor,
You
do not make
evil.
me watch a giant girlfriend at you.
Oh no.
If you roll a 10 or higher, you make it. Okay.
Cathanglass is not having this right now.
Yes. Varys doesn't move and just lets the pillow hit him in the head.
Oh my God.
It's okay, stuff like this happens. I just incorporated into the story. So
It was an accident.
I'll go ahead and drag out Varys' model now. That way Shad can actually see it, because I don't think Shad has ever seen Varys, have you?
No. Also, I'm trying. Did you move my character somewhere?
Yes, I moved you out to where cathanglass is.
Like to the top of the map.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're up at the very top of the map, because
Yeah,
technically you're in a
top
completely different area right now. But I didn't want to split the map, so...
I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good.
Was all good.
A line was drawn. This is our side of the map. That is your side of the map. Okay.
We're splitting the party, but all for the wrong reason. No.
All for pillows.
So, Varys does look to you, Shad, and says, I've heard some things about you. It's nice to meet you.
Are they good things or bad things?
They've come from this individual here, so what do you think? And he's nodding to cathanglass.
Dagus just
I
has a
would say
small smile.
good things.
My name is Varys Arvigale. Currently, my title is the Immortal Hero, though I don't consider myself a hero. Not anymore. I used to be. Not anymore.
Anyone could still be a hero if they just try.
There's all those stories about zero to hero. I went from hero to monster.
It was you and Mom that taught it to me.
Yeah, and because of me, she's now dead. As far as I know.
Not just you, because of me.
You didn't do anything. Well, okay.
I made
To
it
be
so
fair,
she had to protect me.
you didn't make her do that. She volunteered.
Both of you. Time comes and time flows. What happens, happens. We cannot change some things, nor can we predict other things.
Yeah.
Because we are just mortal creatures. Some have immortality, some do not.
Some
Even
never
though it's
asked for it.
predicted-
Some do.
Yes. But some things happen in life. That is how the world is. If we were gods and controlled everything, there'd be so much more carnage to the world. Every day, more people would be dying than are current today. There would be reached every day in power.
Hmm.
That is why mortal creatures, or newly become immortals, don't have gods of power. I mean, are gods with power. Because their minds, just like the actual gods, are not set in stone like what we know. If they were, then why would everyone have power, or why wouldn't everyone just be a mortal? If we were all mortals, there would be more carnage, but at the same time, who's to judge? We can't discern the past from the present or from the future.
There's...
We can choose to follow it, or we can choose to make a new one.
Varys doesn't answer.
There's something I'm willing to protect, though, besides my friends. And that's my family. Oh, at this point, we're one and the same, Shad.
I take that as a compliment.
And you hear Sylvester say in your minds, and my axe!
And
Oh god, now's not that time!
Which is his way of saying he's also family.
Head pats.
Because of course he's going to be a troll about it when he actually admits that.
Yes, when is he not?
Don't make me Knight of a garlic bread, you.
Varys just looks at you and then remembers and goes, oh yeah, the spell you invented.
I invented it when I was little. You said we can always use more food to help others.
Yes, so you invented a
Throw it at
spell to summon
Or
your
just
favorite
throw it
food
at-
at the time. Hmm?
Or just throw it at Grunkle. It's funnier that way.
Shad.
Hmm.
If someone caused the end of an entire universe, do they deserve to live?
Was it on purpose or was it an accident?
It was their fault.
That didn't answer the question.
I don't
On
know
purpose
anymore
or
whether it was on
accident?
purpose or on accident. I didn't intend it, if that's what you mean.
Then no.
I was just negligent.
Everyone becomes negligent at some point. Either they're young and they're negligent, or they're old and they forget something. That is how life is.
Yeah.
If you end a universe, there's millions others where you didn't. Time comes and goes. That's how the universe rolls. You can't stop time for one individual because you want to. It's gonna keep rolling in other worlds. That's how it's always been and how it always will be. You make one decision here, you're there.
That's mostly why I want to protect multiple universes. Not just to be nice, but there are people I care about in all of them.
Yes, but you also have to remember, in some universes, they're not good people. Like in another universe, I could be the evilest person to exist. And you'd have to put me down. Because maybe I could become a universal threat at one point. Take it. Take down the enemy while you still have a chance. If you do it before you have a chance,
You're talking to the boy who never wants to kill anyone.
I know,
Except-
and I'm not making.
Except I let another version of you die.
Are you referring to me?
Just go. He go to Varys. Father, I let another version of you die.
No, you didn't. Cathanglass, give me a history check.
Be smart.
Nice.
Cathanglass, you realize something. This Varys that you've been talking to is somehow also the same Varys you met in the Void Ocean. And yet is also the real Varys, too? It's a little weird.
Explain.
He's a great worm!
No.
Ow.
I am not Sylvestra. I am not my son. I am not my son.
Explain.
Cathanglass, my son, do you remember when you tore a hole in that place?
Yes. I didn't mean to, but it happened.
When you tore a hole in that place, evils contained within that world were released outside of it. From what I heard, you all experienced something like this. Some of you indirectly, some of you directly. However, I also was able to use that hole to escape. I had the help of some sort of sentient broomstick that said he knew you.
Gavengos just looks up. That is a broomstick I was given for my birthday. And when I lost,
yeah!
and when I got again.
I remember. Well, Jeffrey, wasn't his name?
It was Jeffrey.
Man, I Forgot about Jeffrey. I thought that thing was destroyed. How do you get it back?
Don't know.
Magic.
Okay, cathanglass, you do remember you got from the loot box.
Yeah, Cathanglass would say the loot box, but yeah, Cathanglass would say loot box.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, I think you do remember, but you just don't remember as a person. Okay. No. Varus should just kind of smile a little bit and just shake his head and go, yeah, loot box makes sense.
Why? I unleashed evil upon everything. That's
Mistakes
true.
happen.
Then... I'm still questioning why I'm still here. If I make a lot of evil up here too.
Probably the
can't-
same reason why I'm still here.
Yukari appears and shakes.
Appears and shakes? What?
Yeah, she shakes Cathanglass. Like,
Cathanglass, you're
"Grandma,
being
we're
shaken.
here."
Ah!
And then she glares at him like in innocence. And not for like doubting why you're here. You're here for a reason.
Everyone has a reason.
And then she disappears again to finish her work.
Ah, what am I here for?
I posted in D&D General Chat, but I like to imagine the shaking is like this.
This be the clip
Pretty
I'm
much.
thinking of.
Yeah, go look at D&D General Chat.
Pretty much.
Yes!
Pretty much.
Dad looks over and says, "We may not know now, but maybe in the future we will. We can't discern our futures. That's if we ever knew where our future was, then what would be the purpose of trying to make new lives? We just follow the motions, and there would be no meaning to life. We all have to find our own. If we don't, well, then we make our own. It's never set in stone what our end is going to be. Who knows? I may die tomorrow. I'm not going to blame you for it. I go day by day knowing one of these days I will die. And I don't regret it.
Name one mortal that, because of him trying to save his friends, accidentally unleashed basically a lot of carnage upon another friend's livelihood.
Carnage happens. Wars happen. Sometimes the kindest people start the worst wars. But don't get upset yet. Listen. They can also fix what has happened.
We want to fix this.
Yes, and I believe you can. And I'm going to help you fix it. We grow stronger. We become better. We learn from our mistakes. And as we learn, we ourselves become better persons. Or a better creature. Who knows?
You all notice time, like something in the sky like different with the date, the time of the day is just like reverting back to what it was like before
sun-
everyone died.
The sun has begun setting in the east.
So,
And you also notice that the bodies that you were starting to bury started to disappear.
So
And
I
they
wanted
started to
before
show up.
you go do your time rewind, I wanted to mention that Brizzel wouldn't have taken the amulet that you gave him. And if you want to talk to him about it, he's willing to talk to you about it, but he would have just let it drop to the ground.
Well, if you dropped it in the ground, you put it in your pocket without you knowing. Yukari has sneaky hands. So she put it in your pocket and you didn't even realize it was in your pocket.
Saying she has stealth 100.
She doesn't actually have stealth 100, but yes, I get what you mean. Basically, Brizzel, she would
Excuse
force
me,
you to
sorry.
have it. Is what she's trying to do.
Right, I get it.
She's trying to force things to be rewound.
I'm not forcing things to be rewound.
Then, why are you not giving people a choice?
I mean, cathanglass already agreed.
Finreal disagree.
And if he doesn't have the amulet, he just won't remember what's going on, right? He won't have any knowledge of...
Yeah, you would be subjected to the time rewinding, so you'd be rewinding events to before the false Hydra. Before that happened, before Cathanglass unleashed the comets.
Okay, Anna, do you want me to have the amulet or not?
If you don't want it, she won't force you to have it. She just thought like you would want it. That's what she wanted.
I guess, thinking about what the amulet does, he will take it, I guess. But he was hoping that you'd talk to him before rewinding
Well, the
time.
thing, okay, she'll talk to you, but she puts it in your pocket.
I guess, just as you're trying to give it to him, he's like, "What will this do? What will this fix?" If we're talking logically, you talked about how there's you and Finral were talking about how there's a negative buildup of energy and it had to be expressed somehow. Isn't some sort of other calamity of some sort just going to be happening? Is this just going to create another sad ending?
Yeah, I agree. We seem to be going round in circles, one bad event after another. And I think it could be a result of doing this huge scale, It could be the negative effect coming into play.
Maybe this is not an event that's meant to happen.
It's like how many tragedies do I have to witness? Like how many times can a heart break?
And Brizzel, you suddenly remember what your original backstory was on top of this one. And you remember how while things were bad before, they weren't as bad as this.
Yeah.
Finnerow would walk up and say, "Personally, rewinding time would bring back the false Hydra. And while yes, you could deal with that, that wouldn't solve the issue entirely because there would still be a cosmic imbalance that would still need to be addressed."
Before all this happened, Thorin used to always complain and rail about taxpayers and about taxmen collecting their dues. I never understood it. I just kind of laughed at him, but I understand now a little bit. When the universal taxman shows up, you just shoot it in the face.
Yeah. And then he got erased as part of the events. As part of that wish that changed your backstory initially.
She stopped her when she was doing it, and then she just...
No one's telling you to not do it, Yukari. They're just voicing their opinions.
She just disappears. She doesn't talk. She just doesn't come up.
So would digging the graves, gathering the bodies, doing the rites, it'd take hours to do it?
It would take hours to get all the bodies into the graves, if not well over 12. but the actual Rite and the Hallow spell are the Hallow is a 24-hour casting time, so
Okay.
that's going to take a full day just to cast that spell.
I'd say it's gonna take us pretty much a full day anyway to gather up everybody and, you know.
Yeah. In fact, Shadow has already been in the process of casting the spell while you guys are gathering the bodies.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that works out.
Yeah, to help be more efficient.
Although I was mentioning before in chat about we need some kind of transportation to essentially move the bodies to the graveyard. We can't carry them all.
Well, you could probably find a wagon in the village.
Yeah.
Brizzel, I'm pretty
don't
sure
have to be
you
one
have a
van.
wagon. How did you carry mass supplies to your workshop?
Yeah.
The thing is, how do we move that wagon? Because there's no horses, because horses have brains, so they're all dead.
I may have an idea.
Anyone with a strength score of 15 or higher can move it. Sorry, go ahead.
I was about to say,
Wonder-
if you guys need...
Ragnarchild will wild shape into like a big draft horse.
Yeah, a beautiful stallion. No.
A beautiful stuff. One of the no, like the gigantic, like like those like old like Budweiser kind of
Yeah.
those, Clydesdale kind of horses. Yes. Yeah.
Look at the ground. Now
A
back to me. Look back at the ground. Now back to me. I'm riding a horse.
Nice.
I can paint
I
something.
forgot
to
about that. Mhm.
And Cathanglass on the gravestone of the mother would just paint a tiny statuette of her, making it real. Not living, but real.
Also, Brizzel, you could try to build something in your workshop that can pull a cart. Wouldn't be too hard to build a small machine that can do it.
In his current state, I don't think he'd feel like making or creating anything.
I was about to say, but Cathanglass legit offered to help
Yes.
making something.
Cathanglass can supply you the parts because he can paint up the parts and they will become metal and stuff.
Right. I'm just saying he's not in the mood.
Oh, fair enough. So if he's not in the mood, he won't.
Don't worry, I can do it if you wish.
Varys would come over, and he wouldn't necessarily offer to help, but he'd just be sitting there watching everyone and start silently moving some of the bodies.
Cathanglass goes up to Varys. We are still a family, and families help each other. No matter what, you are never lost. Chad is right.
I don't know what to say to that.
You're stronger more together than apart.
I don't think strength is what we need now, but thank you.
Besides, I'm sure Mom will be happy to see us working together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god, that hurt.
Are you okay?
She was busy
I
sneezing. A lot.
I was on mute because I was sneezing.
Oh,
Are you gonna be okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yogi, why?
I don't know how I got in this mess, but I know we can all together fix it. If it needs fixing.
You know the the stuff that Yukari gave you disappears.
The amulets.
Okay.
As you've all convinced her not to actually reverse time.
Excuse
I
me.
mean, if you want her to, you can ask her to, but
She turned off her call, so you can't talk to her.
Cathanglass still has direct access, but yes.
No, she turned it off.
Cathanglass, you can't access any of your abilities from Yukari right now. The boundary domain cleric abilities.
Work with that.
Yep.
It won't last long.
Apologies about the dogs outside if you hear that. There's lots of dogs having a shouting match against each other outside. But yeah, so it sounds so far that all of you are gathering the bodies, some of you loading them in the carts, Ragchild turning into a horse, Cathanglass trying to paint up some contraptions and stuff and make stuff to help pull the carts. Because Cathanglass is also able to make constructs.
What was I about to say? I built a construct. It's called a cadaver collector.
No, don't build a lawful evil robot to try and get the bodies to the graveyard. Come on now. For those of you who don't know what a cadaver collector is, good, don't look it up.
Honestly, when I was thinking about making a wagon to pick up all the bodies, I was thinking of the Monty Python, bring out your dad.
Bring out your dad. Oh, so yes,
Anyway.
that's true, Levi. Brizzel will evidently never have a happy childhood.
Dennis would go to Brizzel and ask, "Is it okay if I do an elvish high magic on them?"
What? What does it do?
There's something that we do to dead, so basically in a way for them to preserve the soul and for the soul to go into a better place. Reincarnation.
It helps them remain and Varys would further explain. It helps them remain untouched by necromantic magics.
You can't touch the souls because Yukari already dealt with them.
Oh, so Yukari already did the ritual? Okay.
She collected them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. So they can't be collected since they're already taken. And Cathanglass, you would know this at this point.
Oh, sorry.
Given your connection to Yukari, you would know that she did this and that there's no souls in the bodies. But you can tell Brizzel that.
Cathanglass is just souls on the bright side are in good hands.
Actually, come to think of it, Ragnarchild, you could see that she did that too, because you have true sight. You can see ghosts.
She could see!
I'm in horse mode though, so I just go.
She could see!
No, suddenly Ragnarchild becomes Ted, the talking horse.
Hence why she's in this do not disturb mode. Hence why Yukari is in do not disturb me. I'm busy.
Ah, fair enough, because she's dealing with the souls. That's why. That makes sense.
Mm.
So when she gets called, she's like this.
Yeah. You try to message Yukari and goes, "You have been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system."
Damn, so that's true!
So, yeah.
It's been an emotionally draining and physically draining day. I'm ready to sleep.
If it helps, they're in better places. They will be reborn.
Shadow says he'll remain here because he has to do the ceremony. Still, he's still going. What he's doing, by the way, is consecrating the ground to make it count as a holy place.
Mm-hmm.
Just to let you know.
Just need to say goodbye to my mother for a little bit.
Okay. Varys would follow. Well, Varys would stay here to help do the Elven High Magic ritual. Because he doesn't sleep at this point, because why would he? He can't die from exhaustion. But if everyone else wants to take a long rest, they may. There's a lot of vacancy in the local inn.
Oh shit.
There's plenty of beds in town that you can sleep in now, and they're still, most of them are still well prepared.
The thing is to paint a small statuette of his mom and just place it on the grave.
Mm-hmm. That's touching.
Brizzel will go into his workshop and just sit at like his workbench and just kind of, still covered in dirt and sweat, just collapse on his workbench and just sleep there.
Okay. Anyone else? What's everyone else doing in terms of lodging for the night?
I'm gonna go sleep in a tree.
Okay. You go climb a tree like a monkey and go sleep. Do you have a climb speed, by the way?
I have a fly speed.
You have a fly speed, so you just fly up in the tree. Got it. Bogran, what are you doing?
At the base of that tree where he's at.
Okay, do you have a climb speed?
Yeah, I've got a tent, yeah.
Okay, then you can just climb up the tree. I just wanted to know, because otherwise I'd make you make a check, but since you have one, you don't need to worry about it.
Huh? I have a tent.
Yeah, that works.
I have a thingy kit, don't I? Explorer's pack.
Yeah, wait, you said you have a tent?
I have an explorer's pack. That's got a bedroll, tent, everything.
Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, Shad, do you want him to set up a small tent in the
You
tree?
can stay in the tent if you like, mate. It's might be a bit warmer.
Nah.
It'd be a little
I'm just
cold up
gonna
there,
chill over
buddy.
here. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. And I used to live in the water, so I'm used to the cold.
Same in some reality and some not.
Yeah. Immunity to cold damage
Okay,
is a
well,
nice thing for a
If
long
you change
time.
your mind, you know where I'll be.
Thangless is just trancing and meditating by the mother's grave.
Brizzel, the biggest thing you feel right now as you're resting is that you are just deeply cold. Like, it's not that you're feeling cold, it's just that inside your heart just... It's hard to keep yourself warm inside right now. You don't know what that means right now, but you know it's nothing good.
Okay.
Bogaron, Shad, you notice that the night sky in the Feywild is actually pretty marvelous, whereas you're used to sleeping under the stars. There isn't any actual stars here, but it's just, even during the night, there's endless swirls of color inside in the sky that randomly swirl. And even when it's dark, you can still see the colors swirling around and little bits of light in the sky on occasion that blink in and out, as if it's changing on a whim. Ragnarchild, what are you doing for lodging for the night?
Ragnarchild is going to go to the inn and go to like this stable. And eventually her wild shape will wear off, but she will like just sleep in the hay in the stable at the inn.
Makes sense.
And eat some, just like chomping on some oats that were, in a feed bag.
That's funny. Okay.
Yeah. It's just chewing the cud.
And everyone gets a long rest. Huzzah!
I'm gonna steal.
8 hours go by. I'll have everyone roll me a D100.
Oh, good God. Here we go. Oh, bloody hell, Kath. That's a bad roll.
To be fair, if it is what I think it is, I'm immune.
It's probably not what you think it is.
Oh, God.
Ah, shit.
Everyone roll
Everyone besides Yukari and Finra. So, Linda would roll yes.
Why are you here?
Because I meant to roll Shadow the Hunter and I rolled the wrong Shadow.
I was going to say,
Wow.
I didn't roll that one.
I was
Like, I didn't
about to
summon
say,
any of them.
Shad! I was about to say, Shad, what did you do?
I didn't summon any of them today.
Today.
The second roll was shortcake.
Okay. Overall, I'm getting a general picture of what the group luck is right now.
Uh-oh.
There's a lot of single digit rolls.
Yeah.
And you got me and
Right now.
us up in
We
the over 50s. Oh, and no, Split is over 50 as well. Gods.
Yeah. Cayena, do you want to roll for Linda? Ah, yeah, there you go. Cool. So, that is, let me look at all this and see what I want to do for my random events.
Is Varys rolling?
I already rolled for Varys.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, that's what the question mark was. I forgot to actually change the name Varys. I still had it on the question marks. Anyway, so that's so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4. So, well, actually,
it. It wasn't under Linda.
what was that, Kayana?
It's just this, like, Kayana Master 70.
Oh yeah, I know it's supposed to be Linda.
No. I was about to say, in the very bottom corner, on your right hand side, it'll say as, and then it'll say, like, where you would say Kayana, your name, then parenthesis, GM parenthesis. Click on that, and you can scroll down to L, and it will have Linda's name.
Okay, I'll redo it then.
You don't have to.
Yeah, you don't need to.
It's just for future reference.
See? Yep, just like that.
Yeah.
No, not the double Linda.
So,
Linda.
Brizzel, Shadow, cathanglass, and Shortcake. All of you are racked with terrible nightmares throughout the night.
That's if it couldn't get any worse. Okay.
Cathanglass,
Oh, God, he said it. No.
Cathanglass,
Respect.
your nightmares are a constant loop of you flashing back to when your mom died. Brizzel, well, yours is just seeing the village dying over and over. The recent events.
Mm-hmm.
Shortcake, I don't honestly know what their nightmare would be. Probably also that. I don't know.
Maybe losing memories of, Brizzel.
Oh yeah, maybe losing all of their old abilities and being forced back into being a wild animal again. That would be a nightmare. And then the most interesting one is Shadow. Can you guess what his nightmare is?
I feel like it's gonna be Cathanglass or his brother hunting him.
Or maybe his boss finding him.
So it's like Cathanglass or his brother.
Bogaron, you're not having nightmares. It's only the people who rolled less than 50 that have the nightmares currently. You're fine. But yes, the bubble cake is okay.
If it helps, Cathanglass invented bubble cake. He could teach you how to make it.
Yay!
There you go.
Yay!
Shadow, what his nightmare is unknown to all of you. But all you do know is that some of you were woken up by the sound of what sounded like a large crash as one of the ceilings of the ceiling of the building Shadow was in was entirely removed when he woke up. From just him destroying it out of fear.
Cathanglass just goes to comfort him.
So yeah, he destroyed the ceiling on a 2-story building that he was sleeping in out of fear of whatever his nightmare was.
I thought he was. Casting the spell still. Consecrate.
Oh, true.
Somebody needs to put a cork in that boy.
Don't worry, I'm gonna hug him.
Then he destroyed the roof of the cemetery in the graveyard.
A mausoleum.
Mausoleum, whatever it is, yes.
Bug, Cathanglass would go to Shadow and hug him.
Okay, Shadow would not resist, but also Shadow would be freaking out and try to attack you as you do. I will make an attack roll.
I swear if it's a crit.
I did that thing. I did it. Now, but
it's not supposed to be rolled as Linda. Does a 27 hit?
Nope.
Okay, I'll roll damage. Let me actually be the right person this time.
God damn it, Linda has a strong arm.
Ignore the sneak and sharpshooter part. You take 32 damage.
Immune and immune.
You're immune to bludgeoning, immune to acid, so you don't take any, you're fine. As he basically freaked out and punched you with his, what you can tell is a battle fist, an improved arm.
Cathanglass would just catch his arm. No.
Hug. And then you just hug him.
No.
You just catch his arm and go, no, hug time. And then you just hug him.
It's hug time! You are getting hugged whether you like it or not.
I feel like that will be a quote. It's hug time.
You could add it.
I'm going to. I've added like 4 quotes in this stream alone. So, it's a bright sunny day in Brizzel's village. How's everyone feeling?
Yeah, but given the fact he reacts, I feel like I know his nightmare.
Miserable. When Brizzel wakes up, he won't clean up, but he will go kind of like into the town center and create a bonfire and just kind of like just sit there.
Okay. He makes a big bonfire. From what? Parts of buildings? What are you making a bonfire from?
I mean, I'm pretty sure there's wood from, like, because he maintains a forge, so he has, fuel to create a bonfire.
Yeah.
Not like maybe not a bonfire, but just a campfire.
You could make a bonfire, especially when you look out to the forest around you and you notice there's a lot of trees that were splintered and shattered.
Actually, we already got a campfire at the camp anyway, haven't we? There's TVs in the vicinity.
I know, but this is striking me a lot as like a Viking funeral.
Meanwhile, Cathanglass in the background offering Shao huge, gigantic garlic bread.
Cathanglass casts a spell. So, Shad, he casts a spell, and then all of a sudden there's a 256-foot long piece of garlic bread just in front of you that's about like 3 inches wide.
Is this enough to feed the people?
No, it's enough to feed me. Grabs it and starts chomping it.
Ugh. Also, I like what Surtur said. It's a ghost town, but luckily it's not a literal ghost town.
Hold on, I was listening to what Kayana said. She said something about Linda.
Oh, what'd she say about Linda? Let me go look.
Linda's sitting in front of their Brizzel parents' grave. Sad because she never really got her dad. So she's feeling like, cause she was neglected the chance ever having a dad.
Is it me or does Kayana keep cutting out?
It's not just
not
you.
coming out.
Yeah, she's just soft talking, not actually cutting out.
Yeah, she's just a
Okay,
soft
okay.
talker. That's all.
No, it's...
Basically, she was saying is that she was in front of the grave of the Brizzel's father, just kind of
Okay,
lamenting about discovering she had a father, but then losing it and never knowing who they were, what their personality was like. Was there anything else, kind of, that you're going to add about Linda?
She's just feeling useless. Like she's in the rabid, like in her rabid form. She doesn't know how to get out of it yet.
Is she like trying to? Is she trying to get out of it?
She wants to get out of it. She knows, right? So she wouldn't be useless to her granny and everyone.
Seeing that, Cathanglass would just go up to her. You know, my mom used to wild shape a lot. She taught me the best way to do it is just you have to control your mind and think exactly what you want to be. You can do it.
She looks at him confused because she had no idea what she was thinking.
Cathanglass is just like, you can believe yourself into a human if you try. Not human, but you know what I mean. He's just trying to be inspirational and just like, I'm sucking at this.
She again looks at her big brother Brizzel, and she looks back at her father's grave, and her ears are lowered.
Cathanglass just looks at it. May I do something?
What?
Cathanglass effectively just tries to paint a small statue of how Brizzel's father would look without knowing how he looks.
If you asked Shad, he would give you a description on how the father looked.
Cathanglass would ask Shad how he looks.
Shad, when
How
you
I
first
look?
entered the village before the wish happens, you saw the father.
Yeah.
Just
He
remind.
was,
You don't
Yeah.
literally need to describe it, you can just say you're describing it.
I describe what he looks like.
Okay.
And Cathanglass, in turn, paints statuette of the father for Linda.
Yeah. For reference, he's an adult Harrigan who looked to be quite strong and was probably one of the protectors of the village. Which, speaking of protectors of the village, Kiana, what about the Moonstone Dragon that was said to guard over the village? Is she still coming in the 4 days, or is she hurrying up her pace?
She's coming in 4 days. She busy.
Oh, so she doesn't know what happened?
Not yet.
Okay. Fair enough.
She takes the statue and runs to Brizzel.
You'll
Brizzel.
always have at least a piece of your father with you guys.
Brizzel, you're being approached by a small rabbit with a statue of your father. What material is the statue made out of, by the way, cathanglass?
I was about to say it's tears, but I'm like, no, that can't work. Yes, it can. It's made of mithril.
Yeah, you could make it out of mithril. There's nothing stopping that.
He legit just makes it out of his tears.
You just need to make sure it has a gold value of less of 100 GP or less to be able to make it.
It should be not that much.
Okay, so you see a small mithril statue of your father being carried by a small rabbit that it takes you a second to recognize is Linda.
Right.
How do you react?
That's a fine statue.
You can see it.
It's just me. It's just me and her in by the fire.
Well, I figured that you're still in your workshop, so.
Well, I left the workshop and went to the town center to create a fire.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Cathanglass will be next to Brizzel. It's not as good as I can do to make up for it, but it's a shot.
Thank you.
Problem.
Varys would walk closer and say, Madam Yukari allowing, I could bring back your parents, at least.
Cathanglass just puts a finger up in the air. I don't want to mess around with Resurrection. She gets mad.
That's why I said Madam Yukari allowing.
Who was saying that?
This is Varys that walked up
Okay.
and said that.
Okay.
Which, you don't know Varys, but...
Right. I don't recognize. I was like, who's this guy?
Yeah, you saw that he was
Okay.
talking to Shad and Cathanglass earlier, and he helped move the bodies, but besides that, you don't know him.
Okay. Well, don't want to upset the universe order.
Yeah, but... If she allowed this would be...
Where's Ragnachal? Has anyone seen her?
We check the stables.
Then
I
you could-
say that offhand. Cathanglass doesn't actually know. Cathanglass would just say, have you checked the stables?
Then all of you begin hearing a whinnying noise in a granny human voice from the stables. Because she still thinks she's a horse.
Oh my god, I could just picture Mr. Ed the talking horse.
Yeah. Well, just imagine like this grandmother coming out of the stables, pretending she's a horse, not realizing she's not, and making horse noises.
I bet,
Ragnachal comes out on all fours.
Yeah.
I bet
Ragnar
Ragnar looks majestic as a horse.
Absolutely.
So as people have like started gathering around the fire, then if you would allow, just have anyone do like a perception check.
Sure.
That one.
Everyone make a perception check. Well, is there a limit on who would do this, or just everyone?
Just anyone that wants to, that's sitting by the fire.
Okay, so anyone that wants to make a perception check.
What's the perception check for again? I'm sorry.
Whatever Brizzel is thinking it is, I don't know what for.
It's not a hard check, so, but you will notice that in the fire is a notebook that Brizzel usually keeps around, that he keeps all of his notes and drawings and schematics in.
Why are you burning that?
Fine.
Probably sounds like
That's all you want.
He's burning his past away. Varys says.
It's... Well, the magic's dead. The magic's
Dang,
gone.
Things respond by pulling out the spell shard from his mom. Not all of it's dead. You could still hold on to memories. Memories are the most powerful thing of a person. Even if they're gone, you still can have them.
Varys walks over and just kind of steps into the bonfire. And just sits in the fire. Burning.
No!
Seems... Are you... Okay, that seems odd. Anyways, I guess, turning to, Linda. He's like, Linda, I'm sorry that you came here, found something beautiful, and then lost it. As for me, I'm just so distraught. I'm so angry. I don't think this adventuring life is for me anymore. I'm going to leave.
Where are you gonna go, Brizzel?
You can't go by yourself.
I'm going to... I don't know.
We
I
need you, man.
I need to process. This was really heavy. I need to process this.
Maybe you shouldn't do that alone, man.
Good thing.
It'd be good to have your friends around you. I don't think you should go through this alone, dude.
Bogarod, make a persuasion check, and Brizzel roll insight.
I'll go.
We'll leave this partially up to a die roll. You're a little bit convinced, Brizzel, but you still have reservations.
Mm-hmm. And the problem is that I feel just so bitter that, I just have thoughts of hurting people.
Angus just turns to Brizzel. You don't understand. When you guys are not just friends, you're family. Yes, one may be gone, but you're still there for each other.
Shadow would walk
Thick and
over
thin.
and put his hands on Cathanglass' shoulder and say, Cathanglass, his family died.
Friends are family. If you want it to be. And seeing how you guys are, you really are there to help.
Shadow doesn't have a response to that and just sits down, having finished casting the spell at this point.
Yeah, I guess just consider it a pilgrimage. Need to discover. I lost who I was yesterday. I don't want to make things anymore. And that used to be something that brought me joy.
It
But,
will again.
The wonder. And the wonder is gone. The awe for life is gone. But
I get it. That's how you feel right now, but you know, you give it time. You might feel different.
Oh no, I understand how you're feeling, Brizzel. You know, yeah, yeah, I lost my family who I had at one point, and it's awful. It's awful. I understand you need to take some time on your own, and I know that we're coming here and we're telling you that we know you from a different timeline. We're telling you, oh, we're your friends, and but we're the same ones who triggered this event that killed your family. I understand why you wouldn't want to come with us, but Brizzel, yeah, I hope you won't. I hope you won't abandon uh, these great talents you have. You have a gift, Brizzel. You're able to do things that nobody else can. I've never seen anybody as smart as you making these kind of inventions. So, well, old Ragnar will be here if you want to come back. That's all I got to say.
Like closed my, I closed my workshop. I closed my store. The constructs have been turned off and the items have been put in storage. I just want to travel in any particular way, I don't know. Any particular direction.
Silvestro pipes up for the first time in a few days and says, if you want a direction, I can give you one.
Maybe we can have a one-on-one discussion about that.
Indeed. In a more private place.
Just do me a favor. Don't close off your heart.
When you guys first came here, we had a celebration. And I said that I didn't have any gifts at the time to give you. But that night, in a dream, I worked on gifts to give each of you. Going up to Linda, he pulls out a small ring. Let me see if I remember the words correctly. And he kind of like starts speaking, kind of like a little bit by rote, but halting and tearfully. In this journey of life, a bond formed, you and I. Be you family or be you friend, this path we walk together, and in the glow of the kindred star, I present to you this gift, be it humble or be it great, let it be shown, the bond lives. And he struggles, and he says, the bond lives strong. And he hands you this mithril ring to Linda. And then to Ragnarchild. It's like, I don't know if I can say, say it again, but I say the same thing to you. Just imagine the same thing I said to Linda. I said to you. I say to you, and I give you this flower. For the rest of you, I created items as well, and they're the last thing that I made. They're in my workshop, and they're in chests, each with your name. I don't know if they're the best thing I could have made for you, but it's my last gift to each of you. And then he starts walking down the road.
If anyone would like to give me an Arcana check to see what these items are, feel free. The flower and the ring, I mean. The others we'll get to in a bit. The flower, I will say, looks like a pale lotus of some kind. And the ring is a small mithril ring.
Shadows!
But yes,
Sorry, before he starts walking off, it's like, goodbye for now.
And
See
with
you
that,
again soon.
you see
Linda
Brizzel
thanks.
disappears as he's walking off. You see him disappear in a glow of emerald green light as he is transported somewhere else by Silvestro.
Linda's eyes start to water, and she starts running. And you hear her saying, "Don't hurt her."
Oh,
She's she started to form back in her form, where the bunny started to not show up. As she ran, she started to have two legs again, arms screaming and crying, chasing after that. Oh,
Dude. Okay.
no, no, no! She screamed and cries hard. And she fell on a rock, trying to chase after him.
And then she sees him disappear in emerald green light. How very sad.
Cathanglass is still trying to pull the dad out of the fire, going, "You shouldn't
And the dad says, "No, let me suffer."
suffer." Why?
Because I deserve it.
You don't. You see.
Tend to your friends.
I thought suffering alone would solve anything. It's just built barriers that made it harder for me to do anything. Separated me from the outside world. I started breaking them down thanks to these guys.
He
Felt-
uses Wall of Force to block you out so he doesn't have to listen to you anymore. It seems he doesn't want to hear what you have to say right now, Cathanglass.
Shad goes up to Varys and says, "Can I talk to you?"
He has a Wall of Force up, so no.
Cathanglass just sits against the wall, force upset.
How about this? I tap at.
You tap the Wall of Force. He ignores you and continues burning in the fire. His clothes already burnt away a while ago. But his body regenerating faster than the fire can eat it.
Cathanglass just
Alright,
put out the fire. Oh no.
Quick question: What can I do to break the wall of force?
Do you have a disintegrate spell?
You can try to do a disintegrate spell. If you have some way to cut through force immunity, then you could try to just punch it down that way. But other than that, there's not much. You could do, I think, a 5th level dispel magic could work.
Wait. Oh wait, I keep on forgetting Cathanglass says dispel magic.
Do I have I also have dispel magic.
So, Shad, Cathanglass wouldn't think about it, but Shad would. Also, do we want to be dealing with this right now, or do you want to know what your items are and, like, go get your items?
In just a sec.
So, in the spell description of Wall of Force, it specifically says it cannot be dispelled by dispel magic.
Oh, never mind that. I forgot about that.
Oh, damn.
Thank you. It cannot be dispelled by dispel magic. You can try to teleport inside, I know that, but it would have problems if you tried to. You could try though.
How big is the area of wall of force?
Currently, he is covering himself in a 10-foot cube. In all 6 directions.
And there's no gap in there, is there?
Nope.
Damn it.
Even if you went into like an air ethereal form, you would not be able to get through. Because it's airtight.
Damn it.
Why is it airtight?
Listen,
Because he doesn't need to breathe anyway. He's immortal. He won't die from suffocation. And if anything, suffocation will just help him suffer more, which is what his goal is right now.
What is... How long does Wall of Force last for?
I don't remember. Also, I don't know if it's relevant right now. Why?
Because if I have to sit out there all this time and wait until I can talk to him briefly, I will.
Well, you have other pressing concerns right now. You have items to go get, remember?
Fine.
That's a 10-minute duration.
Yeah, I'm pretty, sort of asked the question, is there difficulties to teleport to all fours? I'm pretty sure there is. Let me double check.
So it's like cathanglass would,
I'm pretty sure it makes you do a wisdom save.
no?
Physically pass through, with trouble through your lane, nothing physically pass through. Increase suspicion on the side. Oh! I was thinking of Force Cage. Force Cage is the one that imposes wisdom save. Sorry,
I think Force Cage is a charisma save.
Charisma, yeah. I knew that one of them did a saving throw, and I'm so used to casting Force Cage instead of Wall of Force. But yeah. So you can teleport into the Wall of Force, but...
I can't teleport into Wall of Force.
You can teleport into it if you have a way to teleport.
I just remembered something.
What?
Wait, because...
Cathanglass would just go, I did promise Sylvester to bring you back.
He can't hear you, so...
Chad's
Cathanglass
response.
would say that specifically to Sylvester.
Sylvester does not respond. Sorry, go ahead, Shad. What are you trying to say?
Chad's response. Alright, screw it. Sylvester, I know you can hear me. Please come out. I need your help.
Sylvester doesn't respond. Okay, so Bogor needs a bathroom break. We'll all take a bathroom break. We'll be back.
I'll be right back, thanks.
Yep, you're welcome. I wouldn't mind one too, and I need water. Everyone go grab some water.
Agua.
Aqua. Acquire aqua.
Heck yo, Aqua.
I'm back.
I'm
I'm
back.
back.
Cheers for that.
I didn't mean to do it twice. I did it once. I quit.
Linda could see that well. She has special eyes.
Like I clicked on the old and 20.
She doesn't have advantage. She has like quadruple advantage. Okay.
I didn't mean to.
It's fine. We're just making jokes. We're not blaming or condemning you.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, Levi's in the background listening to all of this.
Yeah.
I do hope I'm not forcing anyone, by the way, with my
Just-
character.
You're not forcing anyone? Forcing
Hope I'm
what?
not, like, making anyone upset.
Why? Or how would you?
I don't know. I just don't want to, like, my character all depressed and everything. I hope it's not bumming people out.
So like, just talking. Like I've effectively kind of like written Brizzel out of the story for now. It's not for any. Like I'm not upset at anyone. I just felt like this was the most. I thought this was just the most. This was the logical story arc that Brizzel has to go through after this huge loss.
Brizzel and I already talked about this beforehand. Yes, he was going to write his character out of the story in a way that makes sense, and then roll up a new character and use that for a while.
I haven't figured out what I want to do.
Yeah,
but
he's going to wait till after the tournament to make a decision on what he wants to be in the group. I've given some options. He's going to think of stuff. Yeah.
But yeah, this is just I just feel like this is just compelling story writing or storytelling. It's not. It wasn't anyone's fault. It's just this was the inspiration that came to me after our last session, and when the false Hydra was dead.
I agree, and yeah, tragedies happen sometimes. And they help build us as people. This is part of why Finreal as a character was against the time reversal. It's not just the consequences, but also because he felt it would cheapen things a bit.
And like Brizzel didn't commit suicide. I mean, he could come back. So.
Well, yeah, he could come back. Like, imagine like midway through season 2, he just comes back and he comes back with like an army of robots.
I'm back, bitches.
I'm back. Or like imagine like you guys are fighting like the BBEG again, and then all of a sudden you just see a mighty servant of Lecco appear on the battlefield, coming in to attack the BBEG, and it's just Brizzel riding in it. It's like, hey guys, I'm back. Look what I found.
It's a puppy.
No, the mighty servant of Lecco is not a puppy.
It's a puppy.
Okay. Anyway.
Is everyone back?
Everything's okay. Would you guys like to know what your magic items are while we're just kind of sitting here waiting for people to come back and break?
Oh no! Here's one last thing Cathanglass does before that. Cathanglass just shouts out, just Silvestro, Rohan, Arvagale. I know you.
Why are you insistent on doing this right now? We're trying to get to divert this. I'm purposefully making it so you can't do anything, Cathanglass. I please want to just move on.
Sorry.
I'm just waiting until everyone's back to do the role playing.
Yeah, we're not back in the role playing yet. I'm just saying, like, I was also the whole Varys thing was also me trying to be like, yes, Varys is suffering. He wants to do this. Don't remove agency from him and try to forcibly remove him from the situation. I'd like to move on to the actual magic items so I can talk about those, please.
Fair enough, fair enough.
I'm doing my best to not upset anyone. I'm trying not to force the issue, but you and Chad kept bringing it up. Chad got the hint eventually. Apologies if this disappoints you, Fox.
Oh, good.
Okay.
For those of you who don't know Varys' character, by the way, no, he's not a masochist, but yes, he is suicidal. But he can't kill himself because he can't die. So, I guess similar to Kaido in that way from One Piece, except very different in every other way. In the fact that Varys regularly tries to kill himself and fails. Anyway, who's back?
Shoot, I forgot. No!
Back as well. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Ah!
Yo.
I was having a brief argument with my water bottle. I was trying to pull the water bottle. It almost spilled on my laptop. I grabbed it just a sec, and it backed me on the nose.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I'm the
Yeah,
only
she
one
could've
that laughed
drank
at
water.
that.
I'm like, oh yeah, she gonna drink water. Nope. No hydration for you.
You cannot acquire aqua. I'm sorry if I upset anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry for not understanding the hint.
Kayana, are you okay?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, do you guys want to get back started with the roleplay again?
Hey, I'm ready to learn about the magic items. Also, yes, I joked about this. Linda has special eyes. She has stuff for it.
Unclick perception twice by accident.
Yeah.
There's been like times where I've done that a lot.
Yeah, and that was definitely not intentional.
I blame lag.
Brizzel, question.
Yeah.
Do you take your armor with you and Shortcake, or no?
Shortcake will stay, and
Promise I'll look after him.
I guess like I will take the armor.
Okay. I mean, you can wear the armor. There's nothing
Well,
stopping that.
So, oh gosh.
What?
Because I have the armor, but then I also have like a mechanical construct from the Merchant's Guild that was also following me around.
Yeah, the Shield Guardian.
Yeah.
And you also did burn the notebook earlier, which was supposed to be like you burning your past, but this armor is a piece of your past too, because it was built by the version of you original before the Wish.
Well, I felt like, burning the book was just him representing that his creativity is just gone.
See, I misunderstood that. Sorry.
His passion for creating is gone.
See, I thought it was similar to where, like, you were just, like, start burning down the town because of, like, you just wanted to burn away your past.
Mm.
I thought it was something like that.
No, taking down the butterflies that, would clean. He didn't destroy them, he just deactivated them, put them away. He didn't want to be reminded of...
Would you do that to the armor too, then?
Well, being an armor, I can deconstruct it and, still, carry it with me.
Fair enough. It's up to you. I was just wondering if you wanted to decommission it like the rest of your constructs.
Turned into luggage mode.
It does have that. It does have... Previous Brizzel was smart enough to give it a luggage mode. Where it basically compresses into a bag of holding that's built in.
Yeah, that reminds me of the second Iron Man.
Yeah.
When he's fighting the whiplash for the first time, and he takes the suitcase and puts it on as an armor.
Yeah. That's like... I made a lot of different Iron Man references throughout this campaign and Cyberpunk campaign, too.
Mm.
Anyway.
Yeah, like, he will take the things that are useful, but he's just not having them active.
Okay, fair enough. So, besides Brizzel, how's everyone doing? So, Cathanglass was desperately trying to get to his father, but eventually
Right?
decides to give up for now.
Is Regna Child back?
I thought I heard her back. I
Yes,
thought she said
I
she was
am.
back.
I'm back. Yes. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously, it's armor. Who knows when you're gonna need armor?
Yep. I'm going to reset my mic because evidently my mic is super quiet to people, so I'll be right back.
I like how you said that your mic generated an echo.
That's because I touched the cord when I talked. Sorry. How's this? Is this better?
E.
Is it, like, noticeably better?
E.
Cool.
I mean, it sounds the same to me.
Oh.
But I didn't have a problem hearing before, so.
Well, evidently, according to Surtur, I was quiet on the stream.
Oh.
That's what I was wanting to fix.
Oh. I don't know about the stream. I'm not on the stream.
Right, well, evidently, it was hard to hear me over everyone else in the music in the stream. But then when I tried to turn you guys down, it just ended up making you all hard to hear, evidently.
Yeah, because the music was always quite loud over the mics in the stream.
Right, well, I have my music turned down to like 10 volume, so.
Yeah, I mean, I can't tell because obviously I don't listen to the stream while I'm on here because I get echo, so.
Yeah, and that's just gonna distract me.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Would we, about the 2 items before then, would we know that from our rolls or no?
Yes, you would, and I've been waiting to reveal those, but I haven't had an opportunity.
I'm sorry, I was waiting for it too. I'm like, wait, why am I doing this? I should be waiting for the items.
Right, I was going to tell you about the items, but then, like, cathanglass and Chad just wanted to deal with various, and I'm like, can I reveal the items, please? I was waiting patiently. I didn't want to be that guy to be like, anyway, ignoring those two, let me just tell you about, I didn't want to be that guy.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
It's quite alright. So, the 2 items that you did notice, the one given to Ragnchild, the one given to Linda, anyone who rolled a 15 or higher is able to identify the ring given to Linda, but anyone who rolled a 20 or higher is able to identify the flower. Because the flower is actually more unusual than the ring is. So
I'm the only one who was able to identify the flower.
Okay, so for those who identify the ring, you recognize it as a mithril ring of invisibility.
Oh, that's good.
While Linda wears it, she can use an action to become invisible. If she does any sort of attack or spell, she'll become visible again. But there's no limit to how much she can turn herself invisible. So she can just turn herself invisible at will by wearing that ring when she's attuned to it.
On the outside of the ring, there is kind of like an inscription, and it just says Copper Top.
Yeah, your little.
Or I should say on the inside of the ring.
The inside of the ring.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Diana, are you here?
Is she still gone?
No, she's here.
Okay.
Yeah, what?
How would Linda react to getting the ring and the inscription inside? Because I know she, like, now that she's actually had time to look at it, and she just got told what it is, that's a ring of invisibility. I'd assume Shad would tell her. Or someone else.
Yeah.
Abba.
She looks down. I just still feel sad.
I like to imagine she starts nibbling the ring a little bit.
She's not a bunny anymore.
Yeah, I thought she was human now.
She turned back.
Ah, she's human now. I'd like to imagine she's still nibbling the ring anyway, because she got so used to being a bunny.
No, she's not nibbling it. She just looks down at it and Sad.
Is crying. Okay. As for the gift given to Ragnarchild, Chad, you recognize this as something you heard about back on your island. So, you used to hear monk temples talking about this item. There was evidently one that existed in... Because you remember, there was an order of monks who lived on that island for the lord you used to serve. Do you remember that, Chad?
Yes. Sorry, I thought I had myself muted, then I unmuted and remuted.
Okay. um, this order was called the Order of the Lotus, and this was an object that they revered in one of their holy objects. However, you did know it was not unique to the order, and that multiples of this existed. It is an item referred to as the First Lotus, only usable by druids, monks, or rangers. And it has a long, complicated set of abilities. I will send to Ragnarchild and Chad what those abilities are. Actually, would you like to tell the others, or?
I mean, it's a long list. You might just want to read it
You
individually.
might just want to show, yeah, or just show it to everyone.
English would know about it.
Um,
Yeah, cathanglass is
if
different,
you
but-
guys would like to, I can put in roll. Actually, hold on. No, I have an idea. I can make it visible to all players. I'm going to click Show to Players, and you should all see a note appear on screen. And
I forgot about this.
this note has the First Lotus in it, so go ahead and read it on your own time.
Oh, I know this. This is fun.
For everyone else, while you're reading this, would anyone go to Brizzel's workshop to go see what these other items are, quote unquote?
English would.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Okay, cool. You all find in the main faculty area, I say faculty area, in the main lobby, there is trunks with each of your name on them, including Shadow. Brizzel, you never told me what you made for Shadow.
Oh, sorry,
You told me for everyone else. I have that list. I just don't have Shadow.
Yeah, I didn't think about Shadow. I just completely forgot about him.
I did
Okay,
it.
so go ahead and come up with something for Shadow while I tell everyone else what they got. Also, would these boxes have labels on what the item is, or no?
Yeah. Well, like in the inside, there'd be kind of like a note that has a name and how to use them.
Okay.
I suppose in that same sense, I forgot to make something for shortcake, but I actually thought of something earlier. But I'd have to, I guess, go.
Write that down along with writing down the thing for Shadow while I cover everyone else.
Okay.
Okay. So, Ragnarchild, you understand what the First Lotus is, right? That this is meant for you. How do you react to getting this flower, by the way?
Ragnarchild is just kind of holding the flower, and tears are kind of just rolling down her cheeks. And she's just kind of quiet and contemplative. And just kind of, yeah.
Bogaran, you're next. Would you like to be next, Bogaran?
Oh, yes, please.
Bogaran, you see that there is a chest labeled for you, and when you open it, you see inside what looks to be half of a bow. Though when you pick up the bow, you pick up what looks to be the middle section of a bow, but when you pick it up, beams of... Hold on. Let me look this up real quick, because I need to see what they are. What's your alignment? What's your alignment?
Oh, it's not that bow.
Oh, it's not?
It's not.
It's not the Genki bow because that requires Ethereum, and I don't have access to that.
Oh, which one is
There's
this?
only one person, well, two people that have access to Ethereum.
This is a planar bow.
Oh, right. Okay, so Yeah, you see a wooden bow that is crackling with elemental energies.
Ooh.
Oh.
And when you go to pick it up, you feel the energy surge through you, and you innately understand what this is. Though there is a note in there that tells you anyway. This is something referred to as the planner bow. And I will click to show it to you, and show it to everyone else. A planner bow is a very rare magic item. This one is specifically a war bow, by the way.
Ooh, nice.
Yep. It's a bow infused with the elemental powers of the planes, and you can switch which elemental plane you're drawing power from at will, with no action.
Oh my god.
When you attack, you can declare which plane of existence you're drawing your power from for each individual shot, but only one at a time. This will grant bonus damage on top of a unique effect. So it will do an extra 2d8 of whatever the damage type is, so bludgeoning, fire, cold, or lightning, but they all have other bonus effects too. I'll let you read those on your own time, but you wanted elemental arrows, he made you elemental arrows.
Wow, that is amazing.
In fact, he made you an elemental bow.
That's amazing, dude. Okay, now.
I was just thinking about
Excuse me,
saying you could
friend.
just Dragon Forge it. This is a whole new level.
Yeah. Brizzel went the extra mile.
Damn.
I think like
Now we're just
one of the
into
things I hit, like I think there's a chance I could like mastercraft this stuff. We just never did the rolls. I just decided what was to be made. So
Yeah. None of this stuff will be mastercrafted because, well, he put effort in just making sure he succeeded on it and didn't necessarily actually roll to see if he could do really good at it. He was safe when making it.
Okay.
That's my reasoning. But yeah, you excited about your new Bobo?
Oh man, that's brilliant. That's if it were, I'm pretty sure that it'd be getting a hug off Buggy.
Yep.
Buggy hug.
Alright, who wants to go next? Shad or Cathanglass?
I actually say I'll go last.
Okay, Shad, you want to grab yours?
Sure.
Shad, open up your case.
Yes, I can. How do I do that? Dang it. Just open it. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
I hear you.
Okay.
Finn went suddenly silent though.
Yeah, I was like, can anyone? Apparently, you all can hear me. I just can't hear Finn.
Something may have happened to Finn's mic.
Why I suddenly went silent. I've been talking for a while.
You went silent.
When did I go silent? Did Bogoron heard me say how did he feel about it? I remember that part.
Like,
but,
as soon as you said, Shad and Kim thing was, who wants to go next? That's the last thing I heard from you.
Okay, after that I said, okay, Shad, open up your chest.
Because then I asked you how I was supposed to do that.
And
Or
then
was
I said, just open it. As in, like, literally you just say that you're opening it.
Ow.
Remind me, Brizzel, his, flail, what rarity is it?
It's legendary. It's from Fizban's Treasury of Dragons. It's the flail of Tiamat.
Well, don't say the name.
Sorry. It's on the note. It's on the note.
I was trying to make a surprise.
Sorry.
Anyway, okay, so you see a magic flail that has 5 dragon's heads, all shaped like different kinds of chromatic dragons. So there's a white dragon head, a red dragon head, a green dragon head, a blue dragon head, and a black dragon head. And the little tag up next to it does say, this is a flail of Tiamat. Shad, do you have any idea what that does? Or would you like to make an Arcana check to try and figure it out?
Arcana.
Okay, Arcana, go.
25.
You are able to remember, and this one I don't have down in notes, so I will just copy and paste this into Roll20.
Jesus.
Well, bam. Here's the big old list of what it does. Feel free to read. Apologies if I was loud. Am I loud right now?
No,
No.
you're fine.
Cool. So yeah, it's a +3 flail. And also it does an extra 5d4 damage of his choice between either acid, cold, fire, lightning, or poison. And you can also do a 90-foot cone of flames. They're multicolored.
Rainbow flames!
Yeah. And doing 14d6 damage of one of those damage types. Jesus. That's a lot. He gave you a really cool blade, really cool set of flail. Brizzel, do you happen to have the shadow and okay?
I was thinking for Shortcake and Arcane Cannon.
Okay, why? You don't. Shortcake doesn't have the apparatus anymore.
Well, I was going to talk to you if it could like have an apparatus to like mount onto her. Like it comes with it.
Oh, if you want to make the apparatus for the cannon, then sure. Okay, so you see that there's a mount for this thing. And yeah, it's an arcane cannon. Let me go pull up the thing for what an arcane cannon is, because I'm trying... oh wait, I do know what this is. Okay, so it's a large cannon imbued with magic. It looks to be some sort of cartoony contraption of some kind. Like, it's a comically large cannon that is made of metal and seemingly has no firing chamber. It's just like a big spear with a hole cut out of it. And then there's like tubes going on the cannon and going up in there from the mount, and like it looks like it's either brilliant or will blow up, one of the two. But it does work. I can ensure that. And I'll click show the players. This is what the arcane cannon does.
Oh God. Get rid of that. What are these distances?
This is meant to be a siege weapon that can fight other ships. Like, this is a weapon useful for ship-to-ship combat.
Lightning shot!
Frost shot with a range of 1,200 feet.
I forgot the frost shot.
Yeah. Also, a 60-foot cone poison spray. That's also a thing. Okay. However, keep in mind, once you fire the cannon, it takes 5 minutes to recharge.
Yeah, and it takes 2 actions to fire.
Right. So, Shortcake will take 2 turns to be able to fire it, and then they'll basically be out of commission for the rest of that battle. But they do have a massively powerful shot for that one shot that they do. And they can fire from, like, super far range. Heck, if Bogeron wanted to help, she could prepare it with an action, and then Bogeron comes by to aim the cannon better to get the more precise shot, and then use his action to help fire it. Like, that could be a teamwork thing. It's just a cool idea. Do you have an idea for Shadow, or should I do cathanglass now? Because he wanted to be last. That's what I'm just saying.
I mean, on the spur of the moment, I could give him like a Blood Fury tattoo, a needle.
I mean, that's cool, but like, I don't think that's what he would necessarily benefit from. I know the silliest item you can give him.
What was that?
I know the silliest item you could give him.
Okay.
Hover boots.
Okay.
From Legend of Zelda.
Right. Well, that's. Yeah, I could just give him. Yeah, okay, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Heck of many things.
No, I don't think Brizzle's... Given all the nonsense that's happened recently, I don't think he wants to cause even more world-changing chaos. Which is what the predicament things might do. Anyway, for everyone, here's what the hoverbrutes do. And yes, these are translated from Ocarina of Time.
It's better than me joking that Shad gets the hammer of thunderbolts.
Right.
Wait, what?
Cathanglass was joking that you would get the Hammer of Thunderbolts, and Brizzel was like, no, I'm giving him the Flail of Tiamat, because he's a chromatic dragon, and he wants to fight for dragon rights, so why not fight for Tiamat? And something like that. I don't remember the exact reasoning.
I nicknamed it the butter shoes.
Yeah. Shadow opens the chest, sees these boots, sees what they're named, sees what they do, and goes, and he just face palms.
Maybe I named them.
He just mumbles. It seems Sylvester is rubbing off on him. Well, I would be lying if I said these aren't useful, and he just kind of picks them up and starts putting them on his feet, on top of his armored boots.
Blame Cathanglass for having so much chaotic friends.
Yeah. Speaking of Cathanglass,
God.
you have an item.
Cathanglass would open it.
Inside, your heart almost drops your heart skips a beat for a second. Because you see in there a figurine of wondrous power in the shape of Raiju.
Ah!
How will you take this? Well, what this implies is that when you use the figurine, you can use it to summon at least something that looks and acts like Raiju.
Cathanglass is just sobbing before just taking it, just going, this can't be him.
I like to think it's a mixture of happy tears and sad tears, because, like,
It is.
you're both thankful and worried and sad, and everything got brought up, and you can't handle right now, and...
He's just emotional.
Emotional, damn.
Emotional damage.
uh,
Oh god. Fine, I would try to summon it. We'll go off to an empty space to summon it first.
when you summon it, you see, looking up at you, it's Raiju before the Aetherium got him. He just kind of looks at you and smiles, though you can tell this thing doesn't have Raiju's soul. It just has his mannerisms. It's an imitation of Raiju. But it's still happy to see you, and it gives you a hug. So no, it's not the real Raiju, but it is a very close imitation.
Cathanglass just sobs more.
And Raiju tries to comfort you. Okay, that is all the gifts.
It's okay.
Welcome back, Pokemon.
Thank you for that. I just need to step out quickly. I'm done.
Yep. All you missed was Shadow got a troll gift that was hoverbrutes. Cathanglass got Brizzle's closest thing that he could make to his dog back by making a wondrous figurine of power in the shape of Raiju.
You
Does this even work?
I I mean, it's not actually his dog back. It's just a golem imitation of it, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it doesn't have any of the memories of Raiju. It's just, supposed to be friendly and
Wait.
acts like how Brizzel knew Raiju to act. Because Brizzel didn't know Raiju all that well, but
How does it work?
it's a figurine of wondrous power. I believe it's based off the Dire Wolf, if I remember correctly.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I forget which one. Is there a Dire Wolf one? Yeah, Onyx Dog. There it is. Onyx Dog is what I was thinking of. It's based off the Onyx Dog.
Hey.
So, the Onyx Dog is a statuette that can create Raiju, in this case, for up to 6 hours. It has an intelligence of 8 and can speak common. It also has dark vision out to a range of 60 feet and can see invisible creatures and objects. Once it's been used, it can't be used again until 7 days have passed. So, once every 7 days, you can summon, quote-unquote, Raiju for 6 hours.
Take it.
Yeah, it's better than nothing. By the way, that wasn't me pushing. That was entirely Brizzle's idea, and I just approved of it.
For all cases and purposes, Bug, especially with what happens in a certain thing, it goes to the Horde.
I figured. Now, what's the general atmosphere as you all get your parting gifts from Brizzle and see that he genuinely cared about all of you? Some of you a little more than others, looking at Shadow, who got the troll gift.
But hey, at least it gives him a little bit of flight speed as well.
Oh, I mean, it's a genuinely useful gift. Don't get me wrong. It's just, he's like, come on, man.
Featherfall, I mean, he doesn't have to worry about non-magical bludgeoning damage, so the fall damage won't hurt him that bad.
Yeah, true. He's actually
Exactly.
resistant to that, so he's fine.
Also, I like how I tied that. Dun 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 dun. You got Raiju. What?
It was actually fitting. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. I don't have anything else planned this session. Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
sorry. Oh yeah, but wait. I'm trying to look up the flower that Ragnar got on Roll20. I'm doing it in my mobile browser, so it's giving me a whole bunch of
Oh,
problems. But what do I look up to find it?
It's a
Or
whole-
where would I find it?
okay. So, are you able to go to the journal where like the folders and stuff are?
Yes.
Okay. So go to items in the handouts folder. Then go to legendary items and scroll down through that note, and the first lotus is what it's called.
It's in alphabetical order with the being
Yeah.
the first letter.
It's homebrew, yes, but she was trying to find it in my
I
list.
found it. Thank you.
I know. I just didn't want her to search on Roll20 for it.
Yeah. Quite alright. Notably, by the way, this means that Shortcake and Shadow were the only people to get non-attunement items. Everyone else got attunement items.
Wait, mine was an attunement?
Was mine attunement?
Oh wait, no, the figurine is not attunement. I know that. I'm pretty sure the flail is. Let me double check.
But you didn't tell me it was an attunement or not. Does it
I
say
did not
on
tell
there?
you, no. Let me go ahead and look that up.
It is.
Yeah, it requires attunement.
Alright. And it was the flail of...
Flail of Tiamat. You can look it up in the compendium. It's not in my list of legendary items, but it's a legendary item in the compendium. I just haven't put it in there yet. But yes, it is also a flail, which flails do 1d8 base damage. And they're bludgeoning. It's cool. It's a cool item. It's not one I would have thought of.
One of the sad part, my
What?
own crafted is a plus 15, this is a plus 14.
Okay, it also has 5d4 extra damage. What are you talking about?
It also
I know,
has a-
but I was just like, eh. That's a little bit awkward.
Also, it's important to know that all of these items aren't Dragon Forge. You guys, for anyone who's here who's good at crafting, you know you can add Dragon Scales afterwards. So you could even give this stuff more pluses by putting Dragon Scales on it.
Which means I can add psychic and radiant damage to it.
Thanks to Moonstone, yes. Not
Thanks to
wait.
Moonstone Astral. Yeah, Cathanglass is offering his scales. Dragon Forge Raiju, go!
God damn it. I mean, that technically works. For example, if you did a Horn of Valhalla and you summon the barbarians, it summons the barbarians, but they have Dragon Forge weapons. If the Horn is Dragon Forge.
Noted.
Oh, and so we can use these, or if these items are be available to the PCs in the tournament.
Yes, these will be available to your player cards in the tournament. Which reminds me, is there anyone currently in this party that is not already in the tournament that wants to be in the tournament? Because sign-ups end noon tomorrow.
I was joking about this Cathanglass.
You know what? I'll sign up. I'll sign up. I will.
Hey, the granny's joining.
Yeah.
Okay. The reason why I'm ending signups tomorrow, by the way, is because once signups end, betting can start.
Gotcha.
I just can't do betting until the signups end. So.
Absolutely.
Speaking of Dragon Child, you do notice something with your true sight.
Ooh.
To get back to the actual story. You notice two things. One, there's little dots of light going around the actual area, little wisps. You've heard of these things. They're called will-o-wisps.
No.
Not. They're not here to do anything bad, folks.
Good.
They're just gathering around because this is a place where a lot of people died recently. And the second thing you notice is a familiar looming figure in the forest. Dragon Child.
Oh my goodness. Can I try to approach the figure?
The figure you recognize is the same figure who met you in the forest outside of the dungeon. The giant, the Mothman, as you called him.
Hey, would Cathanglass know him?
He would not notice, but she could tell it to him.
Cathanglass has true sight.
True, but Cathanglass is currently distracted doing other things. If I remember correctly. Aren't you? This is when you would probably be dealing with Varys, if I remember correctly.
He would just say,
Oh, go ahead, Cathanglass.
Cathanglass would just ask Sylvester to please take care of Varys. And that's it.
Sylvester would pipe up and say, You can escort your father to my lair.
Will do. I'm remembering the side of our contract.
How does everyone react to hearing that? The contract thing.
Cathanglass, why are you making contracts? That's
Because I want to see my dad have hope again.
Fair enough.
Varys would talk into Shad's mind and explain, I want to talk to him, and I won't let him leave my lair until he snaps out of this idiocy he is in.
Varys, you said Varys.
He was talking about, Sylvester was talking about Varys, yes.
No, but you said Varys says in his mind about Varys.
Oh, no, sorry, I meant Sylvestro says that about Varys. My bad.
Hey, Finn, I forgot to ask.
Yes?
How many stat points does a new character get? Like, 3 stat points? I forget.
New character?
Yeah.
Well, they get their standard array base stat line, and then they get a +2 in one stat and a +1 in another stat.
Alright.
That's usually how it works. And if you don't remember what standard array is, here you go. I'll post it.
You, thank
15,
you, Ryan.
14, 13, 12, 10, 8. Thank you, Roger. I didn't mean to post as Roger. You want to submit a new character for the tourney, Shed?
No,
It's right for his friend.
Ah, for his friend. Yeah. So
I'm
you would
helping
use
her
standard
to-
array, and then you can assign those to whatever stats you want to do, depending on how you want to build your character. And then later on, you can do the +2 and the +1. I was going to work on that stuff when we did our session 0 together.
I was just helping her with it now because I was having fun with it.
I know, but also when we do the session 0, I'd like to start from scratch with making the character if I could. You don't have to stop. This will give us a general idea, but then I'll still start from scratch anyway.
All right.
Okay. So, we're about 3 hours into the session. Do you guys want to keep going, or do you want to call it here?
Keep going.
I'm fine with keep going, but I don't know what to do.
I mean,
Nor do I.
The thing was just wheeling Varys. Let's go.
Varys is not resisting, though he is still naked because his clothes burned off.
God damn it. We're gonna fix this.
You have a paintbrush. You can paint clothes on him.
Yeah, I just paint him clothes.
Yeah, because you're walking around with an artifact that is basically a 3D printer. A magical 3D printer. And that's not me coming up with that, by the way. Zokarai's coined that term. Given the fact that yeah. Anyway. Cathanglass was doing that. What's everyone else doing?
Buckboy, I'll just say, just for reference, for you, before Brizzel left, he had an envelope, a letter, and he put it in Helena's kind of temporary residence, her mailbox.
Oh, right. Elena being the Moonstone Dragon?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Fair enough. Also, for those of you wondering, the false Hydra body is gone at this point. Finril took it somewhere else.
Okay.
What?
I was saying, okay, good.
Yeah, he took it somewhere else and is going to go dissect it, actually. Because he's curious on how this thing was made. He doesn't know exactly. He's also curious on how it was able to even fool Mimi's sensors into not knowing what was going on. Because, fun fact, the reason why she kept saying an anomaly is because the false Hydra was affecting her. And so she couldn't see what exactly was going on, but she knew something was wrong. So
This is why Cathanglass is sent here.
Yeah. Fun fact, Cathanglass is here because he was sent here by Mimi to investigate what was going on in the town. And he just happened to run into all you guys.
It's a case of I didn't expect to meet good friends, but now I did.
Yeah, and now you wanted to stay, and that's part of why we merged timelines. Or are going to. Speaking of, all of you begin to see something a little strange. There's what looks to be a sun in the sky, but there's not a sun in the Feywild. There's some weird glowing golden light in the sky. How does everyone react to this?
Run!
No, it's not the laser beam. Not Helios. Baradros is not going to fire another beam at this Cathanglass here. Actually, hold on. That's funny. Cathanglass, as you're wheeling Varys back towards Sylvester's lair, I want you to give me a deck save. Was that an actual dog? Or was that Shad making dog noises? I couldn't tell.
It is my dog.
Okay.
Fuck. Fuck.
So, all of you see that this golden light turns into a head and opens its mouth. It's a head of a older-looking gentleman with a long beard and a laurel around his head. And it opens its mouth and fires a golden beam down at Cathanglass, which
Oh shit.
he does not manage to dodge, and it looks like Cathanglass just kind of melts away.
Listening luck 5 times.
Cathanglass is gone. He's melted. And that's when... And as you guys see what used to remain of his body, you see it's just a melted puddle of water.
You just hear in your eyes, fear not, I'm okay.
Well, you wouldn't be saying that, because at the same time as this occurring, you're getting hit by the beam in the other timeline. Cathanglass. This is a synchronizing event. This is like both of these events happen simultaneously. Does that make sense?
Yes.
That's why you were hit by the beam. It's because the Paladin in Timeline 1 had said, judge this mortal. So, Beradros did, including hitting all versions of you. And would anyone who sees the puddle can give me an Arcana check to try and see why he turned into a puddle of water? However, Shad, do you have Water Soul?
Oh.
I thought he had Lightning Soul.
I forgot if he had just Lightning Soul or that and something else.
Oh.
Shad, are you okay? We can't hear you.
Sorry, I had myself muted. I forgot about that.
It's fine. Shad made the
That's my-
Arcana check. Would anyone else like to? No? Okay. So, when you make the Arcana check, Shad, you're able to tell this was Cathanglass, but it was a simulacrum of Cathanglass.
Bug, I posted D&D Joe chat basically what happened to Cathanglass.
Yes.
Oh, gods.
Yes. So, you know it was a simulacrum, meaning it was actually Cathanglass, but it was a Frost and Snow clone of him.
Is that what we've been interacting with this whole time?
Yes. For the entirety of Timeline 2, you've been interacting with the simulacrum.
Kind of.
Which...
There's
Sorry, go ahead.
a time when he did make the switch.
I thought it was the simulacrum the entire time.
It was a simulacrum when they went back.
It was a simulacrum during the Hydra fight. I remember that. Either way, because of how simulacrums work, the real Cathanglass also will have all of these memories, so he'll still feel the same way. He'll just have his own memories, because he's currently being judged by a sun god in the other timeline.
Oh, Finn.
In that one, though, he gets blasted for like 1,000-ish radiance damage, and only survives on 1 HP because the beat wasn't meant to kill him.
Obliterated, basically.
Basically, yes. By the way, for those of you who know anything about religion, that was the sun god Beradros.
Oh, fuck.
God damn it, I just wanted the dad to be finally wheeled to Silvestro.
So, Varys is just kind of sitting there in a wheelbarrow and just doesn't really know what to do now.
I suggest run.
The head goes away and the golden light disappears in the sky.
It could have waited for me to fulfill my job.
Everyone hears in their mind Sylvester saying, "Why didn't you dodge?"
I tried! It's just, you just hear just the second one. Why did you dodge? I tried!
Going to be chaos. Embrace the chaos. Embrace the chaos. Taste the chaos. Like the Skittles commercial.
I think after all that, I'd just look at
Taste the
cathanglass and be
rainbow.
like, "What did you do now?"
You look at the puddle because cathanglass is gone.
Is it?
Can I
Yes.
use telepathy?
No, because you're currently dealing with the fallout of being shot in the other
Right.
timeline, remember?
It's just good things only do. Ah!
Yeah, when this happened, all of you heard him telepathically scream in a far off place. That was about it. That's all you heard from cathanglass. He's just gone.
What the hell was that? Anybody? That
Shadow
was
walks over and says,
mashed shit.
I think that was the sun god. Why it blasted our friend, I don't know, but I do recognize that
Yeah,
technique.
like what? Like he must have pissed him off in a big way for that to happen.
Yeah, it seems so. I have no idea why, but
I sure hope like that he doesn't come after us.
I mean, I don't think we pissed off a god recently.
Although
Either way.
technically, now I think about it, if he was after us, then he would have wiped us all out, right?
Yeah, he would have done something already, which, to be fair, gods can do this at any time. It's just, this is why mortals should never defy gods, because they could just disappear on a god's whim. If anything, he didn't even need to do the beam of light. This is just a spectacle. He could have just snapped his fingers and made cathanglass disappear.
Look out, he could have Theros.
Because, fun fact, gods have a more powerful version of Power Word Kill that works on anyone with 1,000 or less HP. That's a god exclusive spell.
And considering their gods, they have
Um,
quite a bit
God.
more than us.
They have basically unlimited spell slots.
I can't even.
was talking about
Bogey
health.
can't even process this. We've lost 2 team members. Like, well, what is going on?
Yeah. Well, from what I can tell, he is still alive somewhere, but this was just a clone of him. You see that puddle
yeah,
on the
of course
ground?
she's alive. Huh?
Sorry, go ahead.
I was saying, is cathanglass? He's like alive somewhere, or
Yeah, I would
is
guess.
he like totally incinerated?
He's alive because look. Do you see the puddle of water on the ground, Bogey?
Oh yeah, yeah.
This one was just a clone made of ice and snow. It's using a spell called Simulacrum. I've seen my old master do this all the time.
Right. Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, basically it makes a perfect-to-life clone that will last until it is killed and cannot regain spell slots.
So that begs the question: who's the real cathanglass?
Probably was also on the receiving end of such a beam. If I had to guess,
Yeah.
the god was blasting all versions of him, and it just so happened
Yeah.
to hit here too. Though, given him, I'm sure he survived somehow. And Varys nods and agrees. He's not confirming whether Cathang's still alive, but he agrees with the notion. It is tough, yes. So, that happened. However, there was one item that was spared in that. The Onyx figurine of Raikou is still around.
God damn it! Oh, I have to pick that up again.
As it fell out of the ice thing and fell away from the beam long enough to not be entirely destroyed. Also, I'll point out what Surtur said in stream chat. He just said, now I understand why Zokurai has 2 layers of death wards on him. Yes, this is why. Because he knows he can just be smited by a god at any point. And he actively wants to kill the gods. Anyway.
Damn, that's dark.
Besides this, though, sun's back to normal. Things are peaceful. The graveyard has been consecrated. You guys are free to do whatever you want to do.
Also, I'm going to go pick up Cathanglass's ring. Or
The thing's
the
this
thing that I can
figurine?
drop.
Okay.
Yes. That way, we actually hold on to it.
Okay. You can feel free.
So I'm guessing we're all done for today, since there's not really much else to do.
Well, someone does need to escort Varys to Sylvester's lair, which is what the thing was trying to do.
I guess I'll do that.
Okay. Varys is strangely letting this happen, which is a little weird.
Yes.
I just need 5 more minutes.
What are you guys doing?
Roll 20 chat, Cathanglass is like, I just need 5 more minutes. So I did the guru line from DBZ Bridge. Bitch, I am a god. Do you think I care? Anyway. So, give me an athletics check. And Shadow's going to help you, so you'll get advantage on this.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Okay. Athletics.
24. You managed to keep him in the thing long enough to be able to roll him towards Sylvester's lair. You know where you're going because you've gone on errands for him before.
No.
What? Did you want to get lost?
No.
Okay.
I said, I know because I've been there before.
Yeah, as I said, aw, as in you're disappointed.
And I said, yeah. As in,
Okay.
yes, I know.
Okay. You actually, what's everyone else doing while he's wheeling it to Sylvester's lair? Anything?
No.
Ragnar is gonna go up to the figure who was standing in the woods, who she saw in the wood, that she recognized. And she's gonna be like, "Yo, what's going on? What have you come here for?"
The figure just looks down at you and just stares at you. You get a little bit of an understanding of why it's here, but you don't know how because it's not speaking to you. Ragnarchild, do you have a spell? Do you have the spell Commune with Plants?
I have it. I I don't think I've attuned to my new flower yet, my first lotus. But let me look at my regular spells because I know that'll let me do it. But let me double check my
Yeah.
spells.
I didn't remember that the first lotus let you do it, but I was wondering if you had any regular spells.
Yeah, I.
Because I
Oh my
forgot
gosh,
the
my
first
stuff
lotus
is.
let you do it.
Oh, my thing is going so slow. Ugh.
Entangle, Aether Lens. Oh, you also have Aether Lens. Agonize the Scorcher, Scorching Ray, Bark Skin,
Hey,
Resonant Psychic Lance, Dominate Beast, Grasping Vine. Oh, you can do Rarity's Telepathic Bond. I forgot about that. No, you do not have Speak with Plants so far. But that is because, from what I can see here, we didn't actually give you any of your spells. You just have the ones listed here from your classes and from your books of magical knowledge. You don't even have your regular ones listed. So you could have picked it up, but we'll have to fix that after this, especially before the tournament.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Cathanglass, write that down on the list of characters we need to finish.
Finish you, Mossman?
Right, John. Because she never picked her spells, and we need to fix her HP, because her HP got messed up.
And
Readjustable.
To be honest, it seems like her HP gets messed up every time she logs in. So you need to figure out why it won't stick.
It's an effect of the Feywild.
Shush.
Who just talked as the false Hydra? Oh, by the way, if you want to know, yes, the false Hydra ate 10 people before it died.
Mm-hmm. I think you shared that last time.
I forgot if I did, and he just happened to do it, so I was like, yeah, I'll mention it. Okay. I will say, by the way, if you didn't kill the false Hydra and it did run away, it probably would have been an even bigger problem than just the death of the village.
Yeah.
So, like, you did do the lesser of two evils, it just still kind of sucked.
Stop the war!
The war, Cathanglass, the war!
Oh god!
There's two false Hydras talking. Nom nom nom. Anyway, I'm just doing silliness at this point. I will admit, I completely ran out of ideas for this session. What do you guys like to do?
No time left for you.
What the heck was that?
It was voice acting.
I mean, yes. It sounded like a robotic version of Bane, but with Guyana's voice doing it.
Beat of that word. The child. It is time to open your doors and become the great one.
And what is that voice? What is that character?
Oh my, what is this? I
A robotic version.
voices.
It's not a robot.
Yeah, that's just a creepy evil voice.
I know. I was just reacting to what Surtur was saying in the chat because he's got stream delay.
Just tell them, Ragnar, you must construct additional pylons.
What?
He was talking about what he put in Roll20 chat. there anything else you guys want to do this session, or should we just call it the session?
I think that should be good today.
Okay. Because I do have an event I want to do, but it's specifically when the session ends. I want to do this event. So, are you guys ready for the end of the session?
I'm ready.
My kids are getting
Yeah.
dressed for me.
Okay.
Squirrely.
So, as this is all happening, you notice that there's a golden light off in the distance. However, this one isn't in the shape of a sun, but it's a big glow coming from the horizon. So it's probably from someplace way far away in the horizon, but it's coming from behind the Mossman, but like it's starting to grow brighter and brighter. And that's when all of you see it's a wave of golden energy that is traveling out through the Feywild and going through people. It's not destroying anything, but it's traveling through the Feywild. How do you guys all react to this golden wave of light coming?
How tall is the golden light?
It's expanding evenly in all directions, so yes.
Shit.
It's not like a ring of expanding light. It's like it's an aura. It's an aura of light that's just constantly expanding in all directions.
Yeah, it's like a half sphere. You guess it's probably a full sphere, but the rest is going underground, so it's hard to see. So it looks like a half sphere. And yeah, it's coming towards you guys with quick speed. I will say it will reach you all in about 3 turns.
At least the dad is fine with Silvestro.
Chad, actually, you saw it first before it hit anyone else, and did you try to do anything before it got to you?
Didn't really have much of a choice. I can't go anywhere.
Okay, so when it hits you, you feel yourself get jolted, and then you disappear in a glow of dazzling golden light. And it
I know what's going on.
And it spreads to the rest of you. Would anyone else like to try and do anything before it reaches all of you?
Yep. I'm going to hide in the rope trick. The rope trick. I'm going to pull that out and then climb up into the void.
Okay. Anyone else?
You can fit as many in here as you want. If you want to climb, you're more than welcome.
You guys have 2 turns to try and figure out something to do. I'll give you 4 minutes.
Alright. I will scramble up. I'm gonna scramble up Bogey's rope.
Okay, you're up in the rope. Anyone else? Going once? Going twice? Okay. So, the wave passes over all of you, and for a moment, it looks like it's fine, that the rope trick worked. But then you see it start spreading upward through the entrance to the rope trick.
Oh, come on.
And it hits both of you, and you start glowing with dazzling light, and then you disappear. And it does this to Linda and the rest of the party, as we'll end the session here. So, what do you guys think of this session?
Like it.
Right. Fashion, guys.
For those wondering what the light does, that's the thing transporting you to the tournament.
Oh.
It was nothing nefarious. It was just transporting you to the tournaments.
Oh boy.
Notably, Ragnarchild, you saw it also transported the Boss Man, too.
Oh.
So,
Here we go.
evidently the Boss Man is in the tournament? Who knows?
Copyright.
Well, I mean, Kirby is part of this tournament. Surprise.
That's
If
not
you
a Kirby song. That was World of Light.
I know, but, like, he's the main star of that intro opening.
Fair.
So, for everyone on stream, and before I end the stream, I will show you guys a little teaser. And by a teaser, I mean everyone watching the stream. And thank you for watching until the end. You get a little bit of a teaser. So, I've been making a bracket. Now, this bracket isn't final. Once I put Vacuum Child in, I'm going to shuffle it again. Because I shuffle it every time I put someone new in. But there's a lot of names here and a lot of people. And for everyone else, I'll send you a screenshot of what chat is currently looking at. Now you got more than light going through my head.
Listen, that's the kind of evil I will do.
Yeah. This bracket is not final, but this is what the current bracket looks like before I shuffle it. This is what everyone else in the stream is seeing. Okay.
Excuse me.
Sorry, go ahead. Thank you all for how am I outros usually? Thank you everyone for watching. If indeed you still are. What were you saying, cathanglass?
I was legit about to do your intro for you if you weren't.
Do you want to do the outro this time?
Thank you all for watching. All of you who still
Thank you all for watching. If you still are, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.